Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and I am having so much fun today already. Oh my goodness, I have been having such a gloriously fun day. And even that intro, the thoughts I was thinking, golly geez, man, sometimes I do things and I'm like, why do I do the things that I do? But I'm learning how to have fun in life. My brothers, my sisters, all of you stopping in already. Those who have been so supportive for so long. Blessings and thank you sincerely. And everyone, maybe this is the first time you're catching the Talcottian one, or maybe it's a recent exposure for you, but holy cows, man. I've been saying those words a lot today, man. Holy cows. Have I got a lot. I got a lot of ideas that I want to share today. And I've already got the link ready. So I do have the intentions of opening things up, but here, let's do the things I usually do. Jump into the thumbnail, some inspiration, right? And just for the disclaimer, the image and nomination may not be an accurate reflection of this moment of time and posting. But having some fun, playing with the what ifs. Mr. Talcott officially accepts presidential nomination of the Peace and Love Party. Why not? Why not? It's my view that our world is ready for new ideas and higher standards of living. And so if you look above on the stream there, choose love, brothers and sisters. Love raises the standards. Each of us can find our part to play in this world with trust that God's love will reveal our way to peace. Right? And the topic of the stream today, let's change this world. Let's change this world for good ways. At least the best that we can, and as greatly as we can, maybe as quickly as we can. Let's change this world. Let's take this seriously. Maybe I should start with my day. So my life, sincerely, I humble myself to God's grace. It's by God's grace that all things get to be at least known or realized or experienced. It's through God's grace, God's will, God's purpose. So somehow, some way, I ended up in this life I'm living where, holy cows, man, I've learned some lessons. I love living. I love living this guy as me, just how I am. And I keep trying to improve. I don't keep trying to improve. I keep improving by God's grace. I think it's true. But so this morning, it's been hot here where I live. And then yesterday I watched myself just overeating, being gluttonous. Woke up this morning with a tummy ache. Right. But at the same time, I was well rested. I did the old 9 to 5 thing. Sleeping 9 to 5 really helps you feel good, right? And so, but I woke up with a bellyache like a little kid. And then nature and the body heals itself. And I laid around, played some games for a little while, dreamed some dreams. I was like, holy cows, I really am. I'm just like living as a kid. I'm just like, I've really taken on this role of a child of God. Because after realizing what I was doing, no worries, no cares, no schedule, just no concerns. I was at that time I walked into the bathroom and I was saying the words out loud. Yeah. I only have faith in God. Faith in God, nothing else. Is that what I wrote? It brought up a memory of me sitting in AA, back in detox in 2016, one of the first group sessions, and I was sitting there just all prideful and arrogant. And I remember saying the words, I have no faith in God, no higher powers. I have no faith in anyone except myself. We live in a world of liars. Something like that. The lady at Detox. I tried remembering her name today. I tried looking her up on social media to see if she wanted to tune in since I was going to talk about her. But I was like, she'd be a perfect witness of my transformation because she witnessed that. She had the perfect comeback to me, right? I don't trust in anyone but me. She's like, how's that working out for you? And it was like one of the first come to Jesus moments, right? Wake up, dummy. Look at you, fool. What was her name? She's such a sweetheart. She humbled me, you know? The truth humbles people. When we allow ourselves to be humbled, it really is the only way to live. So the lesson I learned today, internally, my life advice to you, what I want to share, one of the things I want to share today, internally, prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and be creative. Be creative in what you remember and what you think of. Be prepared to contradict everything you may have said or did in the past. Prepare yourself to repent. Prepare yourself to change. Prepare yourself to be humble. It's the only way you want to live. Or don't. You can be wrong. But that was my experience today, is what a reversal my life example is. I've been so backwards in so many ways in the past in my life. I'm like, whatever will be, will be. And I will be the good with wherever I am, with whatever I'm doing. That's my goal, is to be the good in this world. So internally, right, and especially for those who are so caught up in this stinking political nonsense, the religious divisions, or the worship of the monetary system. Yeah, it's you got some things to learn. So be prepared to realize and to admit, oh man, back in those days when I believed that, I was so wrong. Yeah, I experienced a lot of that. Oh yeah, my words today. I only have faith in God, nothing else. Nothing else. Faith in God. That's it. The world's going to do what it's going to do. But I have faith that God is with me here and now, as is God with you too. Which reminds me, I was reviewing the live stream yesterday, and I never really know what the results of life are. I liked my words. I thought they were kind of inspiring and cheerful, especially the talk about church and God and stuff like that, because I know how I'm coming across. Which reminds me of another note. Please, and when I open up the panel, I may inquire with others on this question. How do I say what I'm wanting to say without sounding how I sound? I realize how crazy some of my words may come across, how my conclusions may be like, nah, that's ridiculous. You're a fool. I understand. So, how do I say what I want to say without sounding the way that I sound? I'm open to constructive support, and actually that's what I'm looking for. For those who may be willing, and we'll explore this maybe more later too, I'm looking for someone to help me communicate with others, which is what I think God created us all to do. For God, we're here to communicate the truth with each other, to bring forth the healing, to lead others out of the self-destructive habits that we used to do. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not crazy, but what is crazy? Is it crazy to believe that you have to earn a living? I mean, that was one of my notes. Who told us to earn a living instead of learn about the God of life? Right? Because there's a God of life, which there's a lot of beautiful descriptions of the God of life, can be found and discovered in so many different ways. But do you notice the children aren't taught to discover what makes life good, what makes life glorious, what makes a successful life? How many children were taught the way to make it is to earn a living? Think about that. Think those thoughts through. This is like demonic. It's a demonic game. Yeah, convince the humans they can't live without this imaginary concept, and then watch the selfishness and corruption grow. Hello. Praise God, man. Praise God. God is so amazing. God is so glorious. So another thought I had earlier today, I shared with a friend. I mean, this is my experience, my conclusion, but I think that all good ideas come from God. All good ideas come from God. And the best ideas that I found, they're hilarious, right? Because the ideas that God has shown me for the world, it's so hilariously obvious, so hilariously simple, that it makes what's happening a true tragedy. Okay? Ending wars and corruption is simple when good people join together with the purposes of ending corruption and wars. Pretty simple, don't you think? But it requires the ideas, right? The ideas and the solutions and the faith. And God controls all things like that. That's what I've come to conclude. But seriously, if you look past the devilish games and the traditions that we were all born into to believe that you've got to earn a living and get approval for others to be worthy, I invite anyone who tunes in, to join with me. And I haven't. Here's another part of this. Whoops, excuse me for a moment. as I was asking the question, how do I say what I want to say without sounding the way that I sound? Part of my solution, I believe, is someone willing to help communicate, help intermediate, a witness. Anyway, um, the other part of this is, how do you accomplish something that's never been accomplished, right? You want to do something, but you don't want to do it according to everyone else's rules. Such as, why not? Why shouldn't I? I can do a very competent job if given the opportunity to be the commander in chief and preside over the administration of the United States of America. It's not a job I actually want to do, but my purpose in life, brothers and sisters, my purpose in life is to return to the world that which God has allowed me to receive: inspiration, wisdom, knowledge, faith, all of these incredible gifts that I've been allowed to receive. I received a lot of it from other men and women who are alive today. One of which is Marianne Williamson, a woman she's very gifted, very courageous, and she's actually in the running in the Democratic Party for election. She's been devoting a lot of time and energy towards that purpose, the purposes of bringing some reason and resolve into the world. So my purpose, what I hope to do, brothers and sisters, is, with your help, should you choose, whoever you are, in whatever ways you can imagine helping. But my hope is to actually rise so that I can help others rise greater than they've risen. People who have achieved far greater things than I have. I want to help them and support them so they can grow even greater. And I'm looking for hope. It is my prayer that that will be returned to me in ways to make the world better. Here's a question I wrote down. If you really think these thoughts through, who told us to earn a living rather than, create a life of service and prosperity, abundance for yourself and everyone else, rather than earn a living? If you think past that thought, what better reason is there to live today other than working towards ending wars, saving the lives of others? See, and as I was thinking about that, in reality, that's my purpose. My purpose is to find a way to end that wars on earth end. And I know that here, even in my hometown, again, when I grow, when I get some attention, there's people in my hometown, they are worthy of attention. They're worthy of support, recognition, right? They're doing a lot of things in the world, but this world is very confused. There's a lot of toxicity, a lot of low standards have been accepted by many people. I want to encourage everyone, brothers and sisters, everyone tuning in today. Let's agree to change. Let's agree to change this world, because I'm inviting you. I'm inviting you to consider right here and now. Think about it if you want, but please do think about this. Do you want to become a part of a worthy news story? Do you want to become a part of my story? Not just watch the story, not just watch the news. Do you want to become a part of a new worthy news story? I actually think there is a worthy news story from a man like me here in Spokane, Washington, trying to find a way to get reason and solutions introduced into the leadership of the American government, right? I want to raise the standards, help raise the standards of leadership in America. Why? Because I believe that this is what God's created me to do. So I was thinking about reaching out to the local news teams here in Spokane again on my own. And I thought, I don't need to chase anything. God's going to allow the ideas to surface for people to think about things. And I already know there's people thinking about things, but these are some of the things I've thought about. The local news team could be a part of helping a man like me succeed. And if we succeed in creating brothers and sisters, if we succeed in creating peace and love as a purpose for the existence of governments and corporations, right? Not profits and depression and exploitation and toxicities and wars. Brothers and sisters, that better world is waiting for you. That better world is waiting for our children, our neighbors' children. I know, it's sappy. Oh, bring up the children. Yes, bring up the children. Let's think about the future instead of the immediate chase for happiness, the immediate chase for approval. Brothers and sisters, let's take changing this world seriously. It starts with a willingness to change yourself. And I encourage you, it feels good to change yourself. It really does. I can't believe I feel good living in the same body as the same man in the same house with the same car, less money to do anything. So am I crazy? Am I crazy because I've fallen in love with God? I have faith in God and nothing else, not even myself. But my faith in God leads me to do what I want. And, you know, everything I want done is done. Everything I don't want done is not done to much extent. I just choose what I want and I allow what I want to change. I'm learning how to adult. Okay, let's face it. That was the other part of the conclusion. Is I was laughing at myself for being truly an irresponsible child of God without a worry, without a problem, just the entire day and earth for me to do with what I want. It's like, holy cows, man, that's pretty glorious, dude. Can't believe God trusts me to be alive. But I had to accept that at some point. God does trust me to be alive. Feels good. Feels good to know that God trusts me. And I'm learning to trust in only God. You know, what I mean is, I trust only God's will be done. We can try all we want. We can complain. We can pray. We can do whatever, but only God's will is going to be done. So just rest comfortable with that. But hey, do you want to just watch the news and talk about the news, or do you want to become a part of my news story? I tell you what, we get some attention on what God's got going on here, because that's all it is. This is just God's happening. You know, you're part of God's happening. I'm part of God's happening. Palestine's part of God's tragic happening. I did watch the news today too. Oh, that reminds me, I've got it loaded up too. You know, God's revealing the absolute truth already right now for us. We've just got to stop denying it. Maybe I should show this too. I'm going to share this because this was, again, I watched the news this morning. This is Democracy Now, and I don't really care about the opinions of the agendas. I just pay attention to what's shown. But here they're talking about this new candidate, the vice president, getting like $100 million or $80 million or something like that. And then there's people investigating that transaction because of appearances and intentions, which is probably righteous, but I don't mean to ramble on and on. But here, look at what we see.
See a record haul. This comes after Harris's campaign received nearly $100 million of previously raised funds for President Biden's now canceled re-election campaign. Several Republican campaign finance lawyers have promised to challenge the transfer in a complaint to the Federal Election Commission. We'll have more on these stories after headlines. In Gaza, Israeli forces are continuing their new ground invasion of the southern city of Khan Yunis, where thousands are fleeing airstrikes and heavy artillery fire. At least 84 Palestinians were killed over the past day, with more than 300 others wounded. Medical staff at the Nasser Medical Complex report they're completely overwhelmed and have been forced to treat patients on hospital floors. Relatives gathered outside the hospital Monday to mourn the dead. This is
So what I saw there, brothers and sisters, was a well-known media reporting on the extravagant money that's involved in politics, as there's real children being treated on the floor in places of conflict. Let's become a part of ending wars here on Earth. Let's start working together. With that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up, drop the link and open up for conversations. But I really do hope to discuss the things that I'm saying as opposed to thoughts people want to believe in. So, hey, blessings, a true friend of this show, this stream. Welcome.
Yep. So I found a Bible verse, like 1 Thessalonians, that can be interpreted the way, pretty much the way that says, yeah, it worked. But I don't follow most of Thessalonians either. So which is how I get Tommy to do the work if he not do the heavy lifting if he not qualified. So, but I have it loaded up already.
I wasn't paying attention to the chat, so if there was discussions on Thessalonians, Tommy is here in the back, so I certainly appreciate Tommy. Welcome, brother.
Jack, can you bring up Lizard Tree's chat and just leave it on the screen until you can't maintain that? Just leave it there. And I want you to go ahead and state your conditions that I need to stay with. Other than speaking truth, I need you to lay out what will get me backstage so I can show that I've done that if you do kick me.
Thank you. My biggest irritation, the one I'm working through, is interruptions. It's clearly
I don't mean your irritation, because I've addressed looped, if you will. Sometimes I interrupt to keep us on track and save people their breath whenever they start the foundation of a lie or a misknowing and then try and stack a whole paragraph on it. I logically interrupt. But why I came up here, along with at the request of wrenches and whatever reasons, is I'm sitting here listening to you, and because I remotely care and don't throw that L word around for free, you obviously are in one of those spots where you're not going to tell us, but you realize things are stacking in the problems area for you.
Why are you so worried about being backstage? We all backstage each other. That's what we do as panel hosts. Jack
Yeah,
backstaged me
but
yesterday. It's not a big
yeah,
deal.
and uh, you have to excuse me, Hank. I've been sitting through a morning of Sov Soul hosted by my favorite Gasian, and I don't have time for your games. Because I know why you show up everywhere, Hank, and I know your level, and it's just for your own selfish entertainment. You're not really here with the community. You found a place they let you hang.
I
Okay?
call it training. I'm calling it training. And it's
Right.
working.
What do you need training for?
Mind control, obviously.
Okay, is there anything I can do for you that would let me take it back to Jack like he'd probably prefer?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get off the stage. I'll just let you two go ahead.
Good, good, good. Because what you do, Hank, that you need to work on is spontaneously retort. And I take some responsibility for your panel verse delusion. I started a lore in the community for our fun and enjoyment, and that dude has made it his religion. I'm sorry, baby Jesus. I'm trying to make it right. Now, Jack, I can't even remember the part of your open dialogue that had me all Eddie Murphy, like, damn, Rick needs some help. Um, God did not do a lot of this stuff. You sound like Dr. Gonzo when he tried to do a line of coke in a convertible speeding down the highway. And the salt shaker of coke just clouds out into the distance. Did you see what God just did to us? Uh, Dude, you are sitting there consciously using your money as you see fit, but that's where it's going. I'm broke because I fought like hell to try to save my dog. And I won't be broke forever, but I can walk anyone that wants to naysay through that process. And it's no other man's business what I do with my money, but you're not doing the accountability thing because you learn that style from a person that might call himself your father. Can't interrupt silence.
I don't I don't know what I can offer.
No, I'm not here. I'm here to help you, Jack. And
I know.
this takes me to loop number 2 that you said another thing in your opening. What's the opening one? A monologue? Is that
Yeah.
what we call it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
you didn't see your 1984 thing of please help me, I'm your leader.
No, well,
Is
okay,
like
okay.
that's the basic concept of whatever you say it in details. It's the concept of why won't you help me as I'm smarter than you?
I understand how it can come across, and that goes back to what
No,
the
that's
other thing
how it
I said.
is.
Tom, but
It
please,
doesn't come
how do
across
I
that way because hold on. It's a long form thing where you might be thinking, oh, what I said, but we've been here so long that you've said it many ways to that is the
know?
concept we're battling.
I know. So Tom, how do I say what I want to say without sounding the way that I sound?
How are you going to be convinced that what you want and what you want to be seen as are two different things?
Hey, I'm gonna bring Hank back up. I've got
Yeah,
Steven
it's a
in the
defense
back.
mechanism. I know because we started to get somewhere. We're being
Where do you
cordial.
want to go? Where do you want to go, Tom?
See, this is one of your things, dude. You
What?
respond with these, you can copy and paste a response copy of what you're told. Like that is how you get your life into this situation.
Well,
And yes,
wait. Do
Lizard
you
Tree, you
understand?
are lost. You're one of the first Jack Talcott
Tom,
cultists.
Tom, can I defend myself?
You don't have to defend yourself if I'm trying to help you, but some of your
Well, it
chat is
sounds
catching
like
my
you're
eye.
attacking me.
It's because getting to the bottom of helping you will feel like an attack because you are responsible for the situation you want out of.
No, but this is it. I don't want out of this situation. I
Yes, you
fucking
do.
love this
If
situation.
I left this panel right now and you continue the show for, let's say, 2 hours, you will go back to contradicting you don't want help until you're saying you want help.
Does that bother you?
Jack, why are you making it about me when I'm here out of some remote? I don't even want to say we're friends because I don't like you, but you're a man that obviously needs something.
Tom, I don't need anything.
You do. We all do.
What I want is simply friendship and cooperation. That's it. I want to be accepted.
You want friends. No, I don't want friends. I'm tasked by God to interact with my fellow monkeys. You don't understand, Jack. Remember back when CBO and TB and all those guys, they were looping, oh, Tom's always on these panels because if he spent 1 minute alone, he'd go insane having to face himself. I love it because I did it before I ever got to this panel verse. And if I say the context of I was separated from man by my God, my only challenge to God is good luck getting me back in that game. Like, thanks for separating, God. I love it. But I'm here because this community we have, this so-called community, all the things I've heard for 2 years are like a box of Christmas lights in a big tangled ball, and I see that I can easily untangle that if they just stop retangling themselves.
Tommy, can I pause you for a moment? Thank you.
I had stopped, and when you said my name, it was just your turn.
I appreciate it. I agree with you.
You can respond if you bring Lizard Tree. If you bring Lizard Tree chat back up. What are you laughing about? I'm wasting my time with you.
Why?
Because you're looping your petty bullshit when I came up here at the request of your wrenches.
I haven't been able to say anything.
I dare one person in the chat to act like I'm not doing a back and forth.
Holy cows, dude.
No, I'm the closest thing to holy you have.
Holy cows. Tom, can we talk about God?
This is your theater that other channels have learned from your collective daddy to use.
No,
start treating me in a way that I'm just chaos when I couldn't help one of you if you knew that's what I was doing. Tom, because you stand in your own fucking way.
Tom, can I give you some credit without you getting offended?
It will have zero value. You've only offended me for the past multiple months.
That's not my choice. That was yours.
It is, because you want friends, but you don't know how to be real or make friends.
According to you and others.
No, I tell you. Okay, how can you sit here and say you go reach out to everyone, no one wants to be your friend, but that's our fault? I have to repel friends with a stick.
Tom, I know.
Please stop. Please respectfully, while you stop saying my name every turn, please bring the Lizard Tree chat back up.
How do I get you to pause? Politely.
I have yet to not have a back and forth. How do I get you to quit deflecting by acting like I'm impeding a conversation?
Every try Thunderwave, Jack.
Please lose a man that is not on a competent social level, Jack. It's not a good defense mechanism.
Oh, hey, bye, Tom.
Hold sign up in autism.
I don't know what I can do. Tom, I don't intend you any offense. So if I've found
you've only offended me inadvertently.
Maybe it was I know I've had fun and I know I've been critical of you and others.
I don't think you're having fun.
I have fun and I'm critical of myself too. Okay.
Maybe you're doing the truther cop thing where he's very much starting to acknowledge when we all have fun, he wants to get serious, and when we're all serious, he tries to have fun. That maybe that's you. But Jack, you're kind of being like every ex I've ever had or every woman. You say you don't know what you can do. Whenever since I've come up here, I've told you directly, please do not include Hank's bullshit. Please leave Lizard Tree's chat up, and let's have a back and forth.
You're not allowing a back and forth.
And this is the fourth time I think I've pointed out that's all I've done since I've got up here, but you're deflecting with this trend of acting like I'm chaos. And then you say that's not your daddy.
We all know that I'm the chaos, not you. We all know that already.
You are. You really are. You're fucking defiant, autistic, mic-seeking chaos.
Hey, here's someone I'm going to...
Another defense mechanism coming to the stage.
Can you please... We can have peaceful conversations. Welcome, Goblin.
Oh, no, I've written that dude off, and I think you know that.
Gang, how you doing, Tommy?
But let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because see, Goblin as a person I no longer regard will at least point out if you're not having a back. Oh wait, he's drunk.
You're on bullshit, Tommy. Y'all.
I'm sorry, I don't know what rant you probably have looped the last time you were on my panel.
You don't know nothing, do you?
Well, I know. I'm still waiting for this end to me.
You're still waiting for what? To get right? We're here.
I just said what I'm waiting for.
What are you waiting for?
What are you doing, Jack? I didn't bring him up.
I love you guys.
If you didn't watch Pay Jack, did you watch the Goblin stream? Where it would be stupid to bring him up while I'm trying to do the things you want?
Every day can be new. Every day.
No. That's not Christianity. Christianity Christianity stays aware.
That's what Christianity is. Who gave you that power?
How about this? Here, pause just a moment. Chuck in Tennessee, blessings to you, brother. Thank you. Whoops.
Chuck was with me all morning, bearing my pain.
Hold on, please.
But he slaps me in the face when he $10 you.
Ephesians 4:29 states, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." Those are beautiful words.
Right. That's just weaponized misuse of the passage.
Thank you, Chuck.
Unwholesome talk is not what's happening, Chuck. Chuck is responding because he hears me getting a little loud, like I'm running bankers out of a church of God.
Why are you unhinged, Tommy? What are you doing right now? Do you think that's God?
I'm not unhinged.
How would you describe yourself? Peaceful?
I am only raising my volume at the fact that we're back to your loop, and you're back to your defensive adding of panelists.
Tom, I think you're
and you're back to saying my name like it's not disrespectful.
Ouch.
Jack.
How do I get you to pause?
What is he?
Do you know how much dead air? Do you know how much dead air there's been as you keep asking how to pause me?
Tom, we can cooperate together.
Tom, you're gonna break your sound system.
You know what? Here, seriously, I will.
What has not been seriously as you've disrespected my attempt to give you what you want?
Hey, this could be God's doing. I tell you,
Shut up. You do not cite my God when I'm trying to show you what he wants you to see.
It appears,
and we're not even on that. We're not even on God level right now. We're on substitute daddy level right now. You can't even get the help you want.
Tom. It appears.
Who are you addressing when you keep saying my name? Who are you addressing, Jack?
Obviously me, Tommy.
Do you need, whenever you keep saying Tom, do you just need minutes or seconds to gather your next thought? Because I won't call you out for that. Okay. Do that.
How about let me show some respect. What name
By
do
getting
I
rid of the
use?
2 grifters?
What name do I use? Who is in control of the mouth of yours?
How about that's not the issue? How about you won't need to use my name when we get back to one-on-one?
How do you think your mouth is not the issue in this disruptive conversation?
Because the disruption are your 2 defense mechanisms you keep bringing up.
Such
Hey,
as
defense mechanisms.
So when
I've
you
never
say,
accepted-
how do we
Listen,
have a back and forth?
I have never
Look, you
accepted
see?
the power on YouTube, but because of you, I'm gonna start grifting. Okay? Have a good day.
It doesn't matter because you're done and dismissed, Goblin. And you were too
You
drunk
have
that
no
night to
idea,
remember.
bro.
That's why the
Listen,
video's still up.
This ain't my panel. I'm gonna show some respect.
Right. So why do I have to be bothered by you when I came up to talk to Jack? And Jack always wants it to be about him, except for when he uses people like you to put it away from him. Chuck, please stop spending your fiat to say things that we'll get to. If he use your fiat to say one-on-one with Tommy, please stop.
Chuck and Tennessee, thank you. Blasphemy is putting your face in place of Jesus. Tommy loves God.
Oh, you use the Beast AI to do that, just like your brother OTW.
What?
I think that's the background we're in front of, isn't it? Putting your face over Jesus, my Lord and Savior.
Oh, well, here's what I wanted to offer. The definition.
Is Margot Rita Smith?
Definitions are open to
I would agree with him.
interpretation.
No. Definitions are how we communicate and use the proper words to communicate. Alcohol is why you and Goblin are acting the way you
Never
are.
put your face over Jesus because you are not Jesus Christ. I'm just saying I agree with him on that point.
Oh, and that doesn't help my rage right now at all. And my rage is only making me loud. And that's how you're wrong, Jack.
I still got to put my point out there. I agree with Tommy as far as that.
But you got a channel that's bigger than mine to put your point out there. And you claim you're ending my channel.
I've been very patient. I've been very, very patient. Hank, you have also been very patient, and Chuck, sincerely, I do appreciate the contributions, but I'm curious of your intentions. A one-on-one with Tommy, I don't know what you believe could be accomplished after the time we've already experienced.
Yeah, I left the stage and it didn't get anywhere because Tommy was mad that Jack was using his name. And Tommy didn't answer the question when Jack asked him what to use instead of his name. So,
right. Here, you know what? I'm going to give it a try again. We'll see what happens. Hank, I thank you. Thank you for your trust and patience. I appreciate that. And by the suggestion and recommendation
your background.
of Chuck,
please change your background. I'm not going to sit here and look at it. It's blasphemous.
It's not.
It is, but you'd know that if you knew that book.
That's not Jesus. That's just a man in the field, and it looks like me.
That's your daddy.
There you go.
Do you think any atheist would look at that picture and go, "It's just Jack in the desert in robes"?
I don't care.
Talking to robe people.
Tommy, this is the lesson I've learned. I don't care.
Why is Lizard Tree telling me to go up when you're the only one keeping me from up here?
Ask Lizard Tree or look at yourself. Those two things might answer your question.
Okay, to address what you keep looping at the support of an autist, the only thing anybody doesn't like today is I'm getting loud. If you just listen to the words I'm using, I'm not out of line, and my frustration can be acknowledged by those that see what you're doing. Especially coming off of watching Natch host a typical train wreck of the flat Earth community.
Okay, so again, actually, that was part of my observation too. Here, seriously, I don't want to
I
follow
don't
the
think you've
rules.
hit serious yet.
Hey, I don't want to follow the rules that other people created, but I want to find a way to influence the administration of the United States government. And I was
There
thinking
is
about
no such thing.
Tom. Let me finish. There's a lot of
That's
people who
me.
believe in it. So the point is, I also happened to look online and see what else was going on, and I see people talking about news, people talking about politics, people talking about the shape of the earth. What the fuck difference does it make if wars are still continuing?
It's something I've looped the answer as much as they've looped the question. So specifically about the shape debate, in the broad spectrum of daily life, it is irrelevant unless you're part of a community that claims they speak truth.
The world we live in, even when the truth is offered, people reject it.
That is each individual's responsibility to find on their own, and I'm trying to help. I'm trying real hard, Jack.
Okay, Tom, I agree. I see that in you. I really do. But here, if I can turn this about me for a moment. When I was thinking
we wouldn't expect anything less. But I just want to correct one thing. I want to correct one thing about your statement. I know you're acknowledging you see me trying real hard. You're not acknowledging I'm speaking truth.
Much of what you say is true. Like you said,
I don't open my mouth if it's not, and if I do, I foretext that. Don't quote me. I'm not sure, but I'm the only person that from day one have monitored myself. I do it in life, not just panel bursts. And to do this with you for 2+ years is why I'm a little loud so fast, because I'm wasting my time. And my God still tasks me to keep doing it.
When do I get to talk?
We've covered that. You've had every chance. We're one-on-one. I keep stopping, and like your daddy taught you on that silence, it's your turn.
I was trying to bring it back to me, and then you had an
bring it back. Let me cover it for you. Jack wants on the bill for your next candidate for a theater of presidential leadership that is tasked to do what the Federal Reserve.
Tommy, I trust you're going to forgive me for that interruption. This is what I was trying to get to. I mentioned earlier that I encourage you to prepare yourself to realize that you may have to contradict things you've said in the past. Because I realized who I am today. I went through the process of addiction, and I know the damage that peer pressure can bring. But today, brothers and sisters, I admit it, I am a pusher. I am pushing peace and love. And I encourage everyone to get a taste of some peace and love, and then share that shit. Share that shit with others. Get everyone addicted to some peace and love, because we all deserve it. We really do. I'm a pusher, Tommy.
Whoops. Yeah, you push a lot of bullshit. You masturbate in a mirror reflection.
No, not anymore.
Okay, so whenever you said that you might regret the things you've said in the future, were you looking in that reflection?
I was.
Good, because that's what Season of Discontent will have you doing.
Well, Tom, I encourage those who have met me to reconsider some of the things that may be on record of what you've said.
If you mean me, I'm still waiting for it.
Well, I mean, I'm looking today. Here, this was Jack.
Jack, were you triggered when I sent you that clip of Paul saying, "Ha ha, you sent me $300 and I'm still kicking you in the teeth"? And you think I'm worried about somebody bringing my footage back on me?
No, dude, that's my point. There's a lot of awesome evidence of all of us, our characters.
Right, and I'm the one that deals in that. I run Zombatom Industries. We deal in upholstery.
Right. I tried giving you credit. You do have a perspective.
I don't need your credit. I want you to give credit to the truth,
Shut
and
up.
then you'll see I share that.
How do I communicate?
Not out of
with you?
context, not out of selfish desire, just task.
Tommy needs a hug.
Fuck
Whether
you.
it's
That's
in the-
another deflection.
No.
Hey, Hank. I'm not autistic, but will you inform this man why a person could not like physical interaction like that?
Some people hate hugs.
That's me.
Hurt people. Here, I want to point out anger.
Don't even finish that sentence, because if that's you, that's you.
Tom, a lesson
You
I've
hurt
learned,
people, and you've been hurt, and you hurt people, and it's your own damn family.
a lesson I've learned that you can learn from too. Okay.
Jack,
Our
does
anger.
it work, Hank? Jack,
Anger is
Jack.
giving your power away, Tom. And you're an angry.
But why would you perceive me as angry though right now? See how I can respond with a question like you, but only mine's going to get us somewhere?
Your behavior is my answer. The part you don't want to look at.
Okay, that's why I told you to leave the lizard tree thing up, and that's why we went over the thing. My behavior is fine right now. You keep thinking that loud means wrong.
No. Oh, are you using that as an excuse to as a
No,
deflection?
you are. Listen, you keep saying, when do you get your turn? And I don't see that you haven't gotten it.
Okay, let's move this along. What's your point? What's your main point? Because we have two other panelists in the back. So,
yes. What is the point?
Oh, good deflection, Hank. Thank you. I know how I let you back in the email conversation. Kindly, I retract that. You're garbage, Hank. You're just here to make a show, and we do that. But like I've addressed with other people, you don't know when it's real time, and your condition does not allow you to recognize it.
Tom, is that the point you wanted to make?
No, have you left us one-on-one for 25 fucking bucks thanks to Chuck's?
No.
Do you want the help you repeatedly ask for day after day?
Yes.
Do you think that help will come from love?
Yes.
Do you think love requires giving you heroin every time you ask for heroin?
Nope.
Then let's continue. I've only been loud and it shouldn't bother you that much.
It doesn't.
Okay, then I'll reset. What do you want to say? I'm not going to be nice, Jack. I'll be kind. I'm not going to be nice because we've done this looping for years.
And I know, and I'd really like it for both of us to find a way past it, to be honest.
And when you say that you can't make friends, me personally, I'm not your friend, because whenever the first of many times you were done with that guy, we confided in each other on Snapchat, where I bawled my eyes out over things I thought I had done, and you didn't even remember it past a couple days.
Please, at the moment it was called out, it had slipped my mind. But Tom, I have considered that, and I'm sorry if I let you down. You know, I didn't mean to do that.
But here's what I said earlier that still applies. I have forgiven and forgotten it, but I'm using that to address you consistently stay that guy. Because you do have acknowledged your Men in Black flashy thing memory, and that allows you to day after day go back to doing the ways you wouldn't want to do to be taken seriously and friended by competent people. And I do recognize another challenge that many hosts have that I was on top of before I started hosting. You can acquire alleged followers and supporters that you might not realize are helping you climb the ladder higher to fall off of, ultimately. They want to see you fall from a greater height by the time you fall.
Yeah, one of your earlier questions.
Like that chat you shared. Do you not realize it's a meme when people say, can we please get this back to Jack? Do you realize there's panels where you're not there and nothing's going on, and just for a joke, people chat, hey, can we bring the subject back to Jack, please?
I don't feel this is very back and forth anymore again.
I'm only doing the pauses, but like
Well,
I said, your only frustration is everything I've said. You're interrupting me. Okay, go ahead.
Tom, every time I try and speak, you interrupt me. So there's other people.
I'm not doing that at all.
Bring them back up.
Three deflections out of nowhere.
Again.
Out of nowhere.
No, we were in the backstage, so we were somewhere. We're in the dungeon.
Right.
Hank, that was a reference to a popular WWE wrestler, Randy Orton, that became a meme for the out of nowhere move.
Yeah, I know. But I don't.
Well, then you're just being chaos if you knew and contradicted it.
I told you I'm the greatest chaos here. So it's
I respect that. I respect that, and I don't respect that we both acknowledged it and Jack still utilizes it.
Why do you guys want to play the part of chaos? Especially
what do you mean, you guys?
No, he means me. Yeah, it's let me explain. So order didn't work for me. So I had to go to the other side. Your turn, Tom.
Please refer to the chat.
Tom, your absence
of who are you addressing?
The absence of
Jack, I'm not going to loop this. Your reference to my anger has nothing to do with what you're calling anger.
What can we agree on?
That you need help. Okay. And that you're the one trying to stop me from doing that for you. And when I say I can help you, it's not some psychologist superior degree. It's like my friend in the Springs that did 3 tours in Iraq. I'm the only one that's known him long enough to help him. And in this panel verse, that's you.
Tommy, can I take the comment down yet?
Only if you can abide by your conditions that I have yet to break.
What?
The reason I made you lay out the conditions is so whether you kick me or not, we can all go back and watch and be like, when did Tom break the conditions? He didn't break them.
Well, I'm curious if you can see where you followed the conditions. But let's not live in the past. Let's focus on...
Wait, you're saying I haven't followed the conditions?
I'm saying I don't know that any points were actually discussed or resolved.
Oh, is that because every time we get somewhere with the one-on-one, you add these people that are known for their sometimes entertaining chaos they bring? I was that too, but I know when to play what card.
You know,
no, you're not.
This is how you're not friending me anytime soon, Jack. You're wasting my time and you're condescending my effort.
You're free to leave. I don't know what to do to help you find joy.
I'm not here to help or get help. I'm here to help you.
Well, if you're going to be around me, I'd hope you'd find joy. And you don't seem
not in watching you destroy yourself further.
Then don't watch. Turn away.
So you want an echo chamber?
No.
Well, you're not. If you're gonna get the help you want, it's not gonna be a fun, agreeable time.
What help do you think I want?
I came in asking you that, and you started throwing people between us.
Did I get it? Okay. Well, please.
He never answered the question. He never answered the question. Come on.
What question?
I remember. At what timestamp are you making that call, Hank? Because there's been a lot of that.
Okay, so
Tommy never answered the question.
But Hank, maybe it's because you're chaosing my chance to answer the questions.
Okay, but what?
Okay, I'll call that back again.
See, he wasn't letting you have a back and forth, and you brought him up here. That's accountability.
He was trying to help communicate, which is exactly what I've been asking.
Yeah, the only thing we need for communication is you to stop mucking it up. I think Brown's boy might even be able to assist on that, and he tries to support you.
Actually, hey, you know what? Sorry to keep you waiting, Denizen.
I put the spotlight on him. It'll just go back again.
Just for a moment. Brown's boy, I wanted to acknowledge and thank you. I have noticed, right? I think both of us have been growing in our patience and respect, and I want to. It hadn't gone unnoticed. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Tommy, I look forward to being able to say the same thing honestly with you.
Yeah, because you've said it to me many times, lying or mistaken to what you meant by it.
I've been trying to encourage good behavior in you, but you're so resistant.
I have not. I have yet to step out of good behavior. Volume is not evil. Volume is not evil.
Not calling it evil. I'm calling it time-wasting practices, inefficient.
Oh, projection? Because you're using my volume to waste our time and loop.
Nope, I'm using your interruptions as the foundation of my words.
I am not interrupting.
Not as far as you've noticed.
Weaponized laughter.
I fucking love this life. God is so amazing.
Weaponized appreciation for your time on this planet. Browns boy, denizens, neither of you are very cool with me. Have I not back and forth?
Oh.
I don't have a problem with you, Tommy.
Where's my panel that agrees with me? You like that tactic, Jack?
I love it.
Wait, what?
Welcome, Base.
Hello.
Always welcome.
Speaking of chaos, maybe
I don't
just
have a
because
problem
I'm
with
here.
you.
Hey, shut the fuck up, Tommy.
See? Oh, is that? Hey, as a million times as people have told each other to shut the fuck up, what's so groundbreakingly funny about that?
I don't know. You're a groundbreakingly
Because you say it all
dumb
the time.
bitch. That's what it is, Tommy. You're just a dumb
Denizens,
bitch.
I just acknowledged that.
It's out of
Yeah,
character.
no, but it's still funny though. Yeah. When
Yeah,
Base
shut
says
the fuck up is an amoral thing that
Yeah,
can
nobody's
be funny.
listening to you when you say it, Tommy.
It's language that he's communicating with you like you to show you how you sound.
Yeah, I'm just a
I know how I sound. I'm
No,
very
you don't. No, you don't.
I am one of the top people that are requested
top.
because I know what I'm doing.
You're top
Partially
requested.
I think he's
I'm
a bottom.
sorry,
I
it
could
was
be wrong.
only wrenches. It was only wrenches saying Tommy go up. Am I mistaken?
Dude, there's a lot of wrenches. We all
Yeah, that's you.
Tom, you're a part of this community, even though you resist.
I never denied that. I'm the
Barely.
one that's showing King Stephen. He's very much long time part of this community. He hates it.
Well,
Long
Was
time.
that an
Love you,
Asian
long
reference? Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck was
Oh,
that?
he community long time.
sorry.
He community
Everything
Soboku.
you
Oh, King
want.
Stephen's stomach Soboku. Hey, denizens, I'm trying to cook here if we're not going to get anywhere.
No, you're not cooking shit, Tommy. You're burning it.
Yeah, you're
No,
burning it.
No, there's one. There's
Next
one
is I'm
person that's
2%
going to know
Asian,
burning.
Tommy, and I will command your respect for that.
Jack,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
keep getting interrupted by
Do
your
you
guy.
understand, Tommy? Nobody's interrupting you.
So Tommy, you got like a full 15 minutes to get your point, then you get distracted by yourself.
Hank, you're only making my case because you don't understand what you're taking part in.
Of course not.
Now,
Tommy.
What are
can
we
we
taking
I
part
can't
in?
watch and observe what's
please,
happening.
minutes
can we
too long.
take it back to Jack?
We are talking about Jack. You're just not paying enough
Oh,
attention.
look, Hank, your autism
Tommy,
is
you're not
spreading.
in the conversation at this point, Tommy. So
I
just
was
shut
here
the
when you
fuck
got
up,
here.
Get in the corner.
But you're not in the book of life, and now that I know your biblical study is in the flow state context to mock and attack, have fun in hell, but you won't.
Say it
Thank
again.
you.
in
Thank
English
you.
this
Just
time.
let's go to hell in peace. Thank you, Tommy. Let's go. And
Show
burn in
me
hell
one
forever in peace.
response that. Show me
That
one
sounds like how
statement that you
CNN would
can't.
cover going to hell. A
Man, it's
mostly
almost
peaceful
like
hell.
it's almost like we had something started without 6 people up here.
We were all silent. You
didn't get
brought
anywhere.
us
It'd be
up
better
before
with
we
5.
interrupted you.
If we had 5,
I
it would be
agree,
better,
denizens.
Tommy.
Denizens, if you had paid attention from the chat, I've been addressing that about Jack for a long time, that he's the only one that can bring up to chaos for him.
Yes, but you got 20 minutes and you didn't get your point.
I don't knock you guys for being proficient in chaos. I'm one of your daddies in that card to play, but I know when it's proper to play it.
Just sat here silently. That's all I did.
Tommy, you have been summoned.
Yeah, let me challenge you at that level, denizens. Let's see what happens.
I'm about to take a break from Tommy again today.
Oh well,
much, Tommy. Damn.
Tommy had like 20 minutes. He gets distracted by himself over and over again. Oh, whatever.
You want to know something, Tommy? Listen up, buddy. Mango chutney goes surprisingly well on cheeseburgers. You wouldn't fucking believe it. It sounds counterintuitive, but I'm telling you, it is amazing combo.
Dude, that's one of the things about life I've been exploring. There's amazing flavors. People are fucking creative. And then you take their creative stuff and you get creative with stuff. And holy cows, you never know what you're going to discover.
Yeah, but it could be Tommy that you get with all that.
Yeah,
and we see what a mistake that has been.
No
offense, Tommy. I mean that in a nice way.
He's a work in progress. And we're all figuring each other out. I tend to confuse a lot of people because I don't know if you caught it earlier. I've been saying, how do I say what I'm wanting to say without sounding the way that I sound? People get confused. But if people understood what I'm saying, dude, seriously, if we stop allowing beliefs to hold us back, I know for a fact there's a way for wars to end. Wars can end, the governments can be reformed, the world can change, people can change.
That
just made me think of an Eminem song.
Yeah, it's a simple process. We'll just lobby for less wars, just like everyone lobbies for their other interests. It's very simple, it's proven, lobbying works. So that's what we're going to do.
You hear that, Tommy?
It's only weaponized to
you can change.
And good things.
You can change, Tommy, and preferably to anyone else, anyone but you. If you could change to that.
Don't change the pussy pole, though. That's actually worse. You're not changing the pussy pole.
I kind of like Tommy the way he is, though.
I like Tommy better the way he is.
How about you do exactly what you criticized and allow your face to cover the Christ? Become Jesus with your face.
With your
face, that's the most blasphemous thing I've heard you say yet.
No, it's what he said.
Yeah, you should cover your face.
Live as him. He becomes us. We've got the same face. I got the same.
No, listen. I'm not going to even attempt this when you're trying to start it after you've ruined our back and forth. And as far as based Oracle, I'll challenge you, dude. You do not. You have not the awareness to know.
I'll challenge you, dude. All right, fucking challenge.
Yeah, that's what I said. Would you like to hear the challenge?
No.
Yo, G-Nuts, dirty dog.
Why are you laughing at the chaos? Oh, because you brought it here, Jack.
Because he's playing with you. Keep playing, Tommy.
I know you are playing with me, but I'm not playing. It's why you can't have friends, because I brought some help to your house, and you mocked it, and you fucked with me, and I'll come to Spokane and show you what the kinetic version of that is. Now, do you want to have this talk, or are you wasting my time?
Yes, come and visit me. Come and visit me in Spokane.
You don't know what you're saying when you say that. I'm talking about panel right now.
There it is again.
Oh, boy.
Eminem.
Yeah, Tommy's right. Base Oracle, Denizen, Browns Boy, we don't exist. He's right. We're not here right now.
I didn't say none of you exist. That's your autism. Interruption autism is the action on that script.
You're acting as though you're the only one who matters here.
No, that's you. Yeah. I'm acting like I was trying to help you when I came up here, and you don't even know the difference anymore in this panelverse of who's doing that and who's fucking with you.
It does kind of seem like the whole universe is the Tommy show, according to Tommy.
It is in part, but Tom,
I just sat here challenging you on Silent Time, and all you guys talked about was.
Hey, I'm being polite, so Based didn't want to hear it.
Just
but I
because
do
you
wanna
say
hear,
you're being polite.
what is this challenge that you wanted to offer to Based? I want to hear it. God, he's so just stubborn. He's so defiant. He left.
Yeah, what's the challenge, Tommy? You couldn't spit it out?
He'd
I had a
rather
feeling he
leave.
swallowed. What's that?
He'd rather leave than answer a question.
Apparently, and here's the thing. I came in, good kind. I thought we'd have a nice conversation. I thought Tommy and I could really communicate on a deeper level. And the way, he's just angry. Angry Tommy.
Oh.
It's a shame, really.
Angry Tommy.
Well, it is and it is not a shame. I was thinking about this earlier. It was confirmed by someone else, but it's obvious. Anger, it's hiding our insecurities. And we don't know about our insecurities until we start looking. And the anger is a way for us to find it. So when Tommy starts looking within himself to find out why he's allowing himself to get attached to the anger, he'll change.
Right. And as we can see, many other people have looked into him. That's what it sounds like. But he hasn't looked into himself yet. That's the problem. Only foreign or people, whatever. But Tommy, you need to take a look inside. We all believe in you, Tommy, right? Right, panel? We all believe in him. I mean, to some degree or some shit. Right?
Yeah, what's
I
up,
believe he
Tommy?
exists for sure.
Hey, now things
He's
came-
definitely something, G says.
Yeah.
things have calmed down. We got another guest who hasn't been here in a while. So welcome back, OTW. How you been?
Yo,
That's my white boyfriend.
Holy
He's-
cow.
Hey,
He's white.
Patrick.
We decided, yeah. After that rap,
he does look pretty white.
I can't hear you,
Wow.
Patrick.
Yeah,
you
we
got something
can't
on your
hear-
mic, man.
Yeah.
No,
Plug it in.
I was
Plug it
hoping
in.
you guys would let that bit go for a while before you said something.
no. Hey, we've also got Tommy back. Maybe he'll answer the
Tommy, Tommy.
There we go.
Tommy,
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 We believe in
Tommy,
you.
Tommy,
Tommy,
Tommy, Tommy.
Welcome back.
He might be crying. That was pretty nice gesture.
Just like with that cult, what I'm really here for is the viewers, and I've gotten used to disappointment.
Is that a good thing to get used to? It feels better to get used to success.
No,
Success comes from
it's
gold.
from the Princess Bride, you fucking tard.
Oh, is it really? I haven't seen that in years. I love that reference. But see,
You
Tom,
haven't seen a friend in years. You haven't seen your family in years.
Tom,
That's
and
you.
You and I could have so
Hey,
much.
hey,
Yeah,
Jack.
but the difference
Jack,
is the
Jack, why are you
intention.
such a piece of shit, huh? Huh, buddy? Why are you such a fucking piece of shit, Jack?
I don't know. I am how God created me. And
No,
how
you're
I
not.
be.
No, you're not. Because
How
you were
am I
given
then?
free will and you have chose to be what
yes.
you are.
You
Did
interrupted
God
me.
not
I
give him
wasn't
that
done.
free will?
I chose to be like this. You're right.
And
God
that's
knew
why
he
if
was
you
going
want
to.
help, if you chose to be that way, why are you day after day needing of assistance?
That's only a partial truth. Focus on the other part.
Right. And the other partial truth is you 1984 the contradiction of seeking help by pompously airing a superiority over us.
That's not my intention. I'm very humble towards
But it
God.
is what is. It's not your intention, allegedly.
No.
And if you can't see you're doing that, you might not possess the ability to self-reflect, which is part of narcissism.
Tom, you.
I know who you're. I know it was a back and forth, but I'm pretty sure you're going to
Holy
respond to me.
When you change the way you look at
Jack.
things, the things you look at change. The world will transform before your eyes. Should you
And
allow
that
it.
is an amoral statement.
It is not. It's a factual truth.
Right, okay, so I could be in a great place in life and have a tragedy, and that changes the way I look at things. So, no,
Yeah.
what you just said has nothing to do with us trying to deal with
If-
you. Wait, I mean
if-
me
Why
trying
you
to deal
gotta
with you.
yell
That's not what the
everything?
other four
Why
people
do you
are
gotta
doing.
keep getting louder and shit?
I've
Yeah, it
covered
makes
that
it
the
feel more
whole fucking
profound.
panel. Are you a tourist? Did you get here late?
Tom,
Yeah,
we
kind of.
hear
A
you.
little bit.
Yes,
Do you
yelling
remember the
makes you
last
feel
time
more
I- do you remember
profound
the
like
last
this.
time I came up
I'm
here
good
with
at it
you?
Late
too.
enough to
They
miss
I
you.
feel more
Oh, I'm
profound
telling
at
you, autism, we're trying to get
200.
somewhere. Base
I feel
Dork,
more
do you remember the
profound.
I think
last
we're
time I
getting
came up
somewhere.
here
I feel more
with you?
profound.
I
Why are
can
you
yell
so fucking
louder.
angry and shit? What is it?
I'm not angry.
What has
I'm
you so
addressing
lost,
the
my
issue
son?
that we are willingly doing. I am not
What are
angry.
you
I can
willingly
hang
doing
this up
other
and go
than
fuck a
yelling?
vagina. I
What
am
else are you
not
doing?
angry. I am impatient with this looping daily bullshit
It could
and
be
unfollow,
you.
Stop it.
It might be
unmembership,
you.
and fucking come back to my channel one more time so I can banish you to invisibility.
You're on a comeback?
Fucking tourist chatter.
Angry. You are so angry, Tom.
Fuck
Why?
you.
You don't
I
have to.
told you, go
Every time
rewind
Tommy
this
says
channel.
fuck
I've
you,
addressed
it
why I've
sounds like a
gotten loud.
clip of Tommy saying
Anger
fuck
is
you.
amoral. I'm
It's
angry
crazy.
that pedophiles are wronging children. Is that a problem?
Fuck
No.
you. Something like that, like fuck you.
So let's assume Tommy's correct. Let's assume
Yeah, like that.
Jack is a narcissist.
Denison, you know when a dude does that.
I like my narcissist friend.
Fucking
Oh,
nigger,
shit.
fucking autist, shut your fucking mouth. You're doing
Why can't I
nothing.
have narcissist friends, Tommy?
That
I
doesn't
like
seem
them.
very nice.
He's not angry.
That doesn't seem
Well,
very
I'm
calm
not. Hey, Hank,
or reflective.
can you at least acknowledge that you're one of my
Tommy.
nigger friends?
Oh,
Of course.
You get a
shit.
group.
Okay,
Square, you get a group hug. All right, just receive.
No,
a
I
hug.
know that little game. So you didn't acknowledge
'Cause
that me and
Jesus
Hank
Christ
are
is my
people
nigga.
that don't like to be touched, and you're exploiting that.
Where are you, dude?
I'm in a panel full of demonic, godless assholes.
That makes sense. It does sound
Tommy,
like he's in
I
hell.
am
Tommy,
godless.
does-
That's why you
Forget-
behave
check out.
that way.
No, this isn't
everybody
hell, and you
else
can
and
tell
talk
all
to
those
Jack.
soul trap jackasses.
Why
this
would
is
there be
not close
demons
to
if
hell.
it's not hell, Tommy?
Well, you're the one reading the Bible. Don't you know?
The demons
Yeah,
are loosed
you're-
on Earth for like 1,000 years or some
Why
shit.
do you think demons are confined to hell right now if you're reading the Bible?
Well, they're not.
It sounds like you're a little low in appreciation and gratitude here in the present.
For what would I appreciate any of what you've done so far?
You're getting
We
attention
love you, Tommy.
that you obviously
No,
want.
no,
More than
Denison,
anything,
spare
Tommy
me
would
the
like
game.
attention. He would like validation. You want somebody to say, "Good
Oh,
job,
if I
Tommy.
wanted
You're doing
that,
well
I would.
today."
If I
But we're
wanted
not
that,
going to lie
I'd
to you.
leave
That's
and
the
listen
thing.
to you address me for hours.
Nice shot, Tommy. You can
Tommy.
do it. You can
Tommy.
do it, Tommy.
You can. I don't know what you can actually.
Tommy,
You
you're
don't know what
extremely
you're
based, and
doing.
you have all the stamina.
Tommy, just ignore the other ones and address Jack if you want to. Just
Nah, Denison's
ignore
right.
Sure, you watch him interrupting me, and Jack will only take up for that when he says it's me, and I haven't done it much.
I was just sitting here silent while you were talking with Jack.
Like, Chuck, the most triggered I've been is that
Is
you
every second of
spend
the day.
$25 to say what we know Jack's not going to abide by, and that you have never shown any real competence of what you're involved in either, as you claim me and my gay boyfriend Trucker Constipated have matching bulletproof vests,
Can
and
I
you acknowledge
try?
and when
Yeah,
they
it's starting to make
said, when they
sense.
said,
It was a
when they
joke.
I'm starting to
said,
get it.
Chuck, are you just trolling? You cammed up to say, no, it's true. That's the fact.
Chuck,
Tommy.
I
He
think we
doesn't
can
talk like
translate
that.
here.
Come
He,
on. That's
he just
rude.
wants you to give him $25, and then I think we can
Oh.
call this good.
No,
Yeah, let us get a
no,
super
in
chat,
real
Tommy.
Let's
men.
go
In good
$5 a
faith.
piece, everybody.
In good faith.
No, I
think
don't.
it's
I
time.
no
got
longer.
5 on it.
Look at me getting interrupted, Chuck. I no
Yeah, but
longer
you
ask
don't know how
for
to
money
talk, though. We're
because
trying to fix you, Tommy. You don't know how to talk. though.
I
think
don't
he
need
meant-
fixed. You're based
Yeah,
Oracle.
I don't
I
need
know
fixed.
I fuck with Jack. I know I fuck with Jack about the in-person meet.
Hey,
I
Schwinn,
would
why
go
don't
to
you go fuck
jail
yourself?
if you ever saw me, dude.
What kind of meat? What are you talking about?
See, that's your basic tactic: is deflection, fog, confusion, and that's
Fog?
why Jack likes
That's
you.
you, Tommy.
Nothing
That's
is foggy.
freaking you.
Nothing
Oh,
is
come
foggy.
on.
Tommy, you missed the part
We can
where
see
I
right
said
through you.
Benton was a jackass for not taking you to the vet. You missed that part.
That's
The
true.
first part was a joke. The second part, I did say Benton was a jackass for not taking you to the vet.
Says the guy that went back for more lap dances once he knew that was his cousin. And you took your pants off for those lap dances, faggot.
Wow.
Faggot
You
inbred.
want to you want to see it now? I'll show it to you.
Were these lap dances from a man?
This
No, but
a little bit of.
I mean, she is questionably a man, but they're definitely related. Mic drop. Yeah.
If that makes
Thank
you feel
you.
good.
Thank you. Now we don't have to listen to you for a little bit.
No.
Finally,
Don't
he shut the
get
fuck
focused.
up for a second.
Don't get
But now
focused
he's
on
talking
the
again.
incest
Okay, I
strip
guess
club.
that's over.
My real issue with Chuck
Tommy,
is
you
he's
finish
a
it.
tourist panel jumper.
You said mic
God.
drop. That means you're done speaking for the bit, right?
No, that's not what mic drop means.
Take
Hank.
the
Done
win.
talking.
Take the win, Tommy. Take the win.
That's
Tommy,
all
this
I
might be
do,
your
but
only
it's
win
not me.
ever. Think
It's
about
not me that's
You
winning,
gotta get 'em where
Denison.
you
It's
can
an
get 'em.
entity you do not believe in.
Based
The
or
Tommy
revealed
song is
to
all I
you.
do is win, 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 no matter what.
No. See, you're bending a grown-ass man's words.
Yeah,
I just
don't
told
bend a
you to your
grown-ass
face.
man's
Stop
words.
interrupting me,
Yeah.
Baze.
No, I'm
I
not.
just
I'm trying to
told you
help
I'm
you.
addressing denizens,
See,
Baze.
because I'm speaking correctly, normally. You're a little
No,
bit
you
outraged.
started after I was already
I'm
in
sort
a
of
back
like a
and forth.
translator, you know, like at those presidential
Oh, you're a
meetings
trans
and such.
something.
You know what
see
I've
how I
learned
do
from
your
Tommy?
strategy?
For your tardism,
Tommy has
Tommy.
taught me something, actually. A little bit of chaos is good sometimes. It's good for the soul, you know? You gotta get it
I've
out.
just been
That's true.
You gotta
saying.
shake out the jeebie-jeebies.
Your tardism.
Denison,
We
is that like
respect
a
it.
Not
bird?
enable. Let's
Yeah,
not
it's like-
enable. This
It's
is
like,
this is poor behavior.
Yeah,
This is-
Tommy.
That's
it's
you.
poor
I
behavior.
agree.
Jack, do you realize that I have to sit here day after day in real time aware
hey,
of
Swim,
what I
why
watch?
don't you go fuck
Oh,
yourself?
I'm sorry. It's not my turn.
Did he start talking again?
I didn't hear anything.
Nah.
Let's continue.
It sounded like when the TV's
I
static and shit,
don't
and it's just
feel like Jack is hosting respect of his fellow being.
So
beings?
Base Oracle, you had challenged off with someone. Was it me? Who was?
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was trying to challenge me. I'm not really
Tommy,
sure.
can I be your friend?
It might have been a nobody, in fact.
It was
Oh.
sad.
Can I be your friend, Tommy?
I think Tommy
That's-
has selective memory.
One is better than none. Think
Oh,
about
that's
Which is
gonna trigger me right there. That Jack Talcott would address some kind of
ignorant.
memory issue.
Willful ignorance and selective memory go
Oh,
together.
projection.
That's true. That's true, Tommy. Think
Jack,
about
the
it.
reason you're handling me day after day like this is you're in denial of what I'm reminding you. I
Is
got
Did I
you.
just get
What,
rejected
you?
by Tommy?
Is that true or just what you think?
Now show me a statement
audio
you
crap.
can't
He's
copy
thinking
and
about
paste
it.
that response on.
Why?
Hey, Swim, why don't you go fuck yourself?
Because that'll help you, Jack. That's why. It'll make you understand what you've done since you started dropping people on this panel you don't need up here.
Well, what has he
No.
done, Tommy? Tell us about it. Air your
Are you on
grievances.
show
amphetamine?
me,
Get it
show
out,
me
Tommy.
that you know the loop. You've
The
just
loop.
heard me loop it,
Why?
and if you're really here for Jack, you'd tell me based, aka waste.
You keep
Are you done?
accusing people of looping, and you're looping in your accusations.
That's
No,
gaslighting,
and we've
Tommy.
covered this. We've
It's
covered this,
gaslighting.
Jack.
It is gaslighting.
You see, you're just like your daddy, where any direction I can cover it, but you won't let me because you're a liar and you're not doing what you say you're here to do.
Any direction you can cover it? What are you even saying, Tommy? Just get
Yeah,
to the
catch
root
up.
core.
You're a
He's
fucking
good at
Exactly
tourist.
basketball.
is bothering
I'm
you
sorry
today.
that Flow State's not streaming. He's probably struck too.
Base
Tommy
can
is
stream
right
himself. He's a panel
In
host too.
some regards.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
a
wait.
panel host too,
Chat.
dickhead.
I know
Did you
that I
strike
don't
Flow
like the
State?
chat because none of them have assisted me in keeping us what I came up here to do. That's why when you say Tom go up, you want this. So here
you
you
sure?
go. You can have it. I'll wait.
Ignore
sure
them,
about that?
Tom. Ignore the chat. Ignore the chat.
Chuck,
Yeah,
you're showing that you're not keeping up. Go see how your cousin's doing.
Now, I do know you're right in some regards, Tommy. I will give you credit
It
for
doesn't
that.
matter because you are not an entity to say Tom is right. I've looped for years. Everyone just back truth in your truth community, and you'll naturally back me up.
How do you say so much and not say a thing?
How do I say so much truth and you
Don't
can't
ask
grasp
me
it?
a question to a question, Tommy. Just answer.
I don't want to give you any
I don't
attention,
want
but
that,
that's
that,
what
that.
you want.
No. Tommy, we're talking about
Yes, you did,
you,
yeah.
right? The whole panel has to revolve around you. It all comes back to you. You barely take a fucking breath.
Can
you're
I have
like
some attention,
you're
Tommy?
like Sanity Machine, and you're only saying that because you heard people say that.
Hey, Tommy, I'm gonna go eat some pork and go to hell. See you later.
Please do. Please do. I eat pork as a Christian. And if Based Oracle was really reading the Bible, he'd tell you the book of Peter clears us on eating any four-legged animal we want.
Well, hold on. Did I say that I'm religious or Christian?
No, you
Just
said you're
because I'm
studying
reading
the Bible,
I have
and
to
I
follow the
said
Bible?
now I see that you're studying the Bible to be a flow state.
Yeah,
with
but do
that
you see how
information.
irrelevant your supposed point would be?
You don't know my point, dickhead.
Well, unfortunately, I do.
Unfortunately, do you not see why you're allowed to sit here and do what I'd be kicked long ago for?
I see you contradict yourself every 4 seconds.
Show me.
I see your
Show
mouth
me.
moving repeatedly, hardly ever stopping.
No, don't move on.
I see the vitriol and rage
if
coming
I
out of you, Tommy.
contradict myself
Tommy,
as much as you interrupt me, you have examples.
You just need to heal up, brother.
That's a loop and a deflection. Don't you get it?
Tommy, can I be your friend?
You say you've been looping for
Maybe
years.
if you heal up. Hey, Denizen, you can be my friend.
Is
if you
looping
ever
a good
fix
thing
what
or
they
a bad
broke
thing,
in you.
Tommy? Is it good or bad to
If
loop?
I fix
Because
what?
You've been looping.
Well, you'd know, Denizens, if Jack was on top of the no interruption thing. And he's not, because he's allowing someone to get attention that
You
they
would have
want.
been kicked if he was.
Tommy, why don't you address Jack? Forget everybody else. Just address Jack. If that's what you want to do. And Based is reading the Bible. He's trying to learn more. I give him credit for that.
That's true.
He's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. All we can do is progress forward. There's no reason to scream at everybody.
I think Tommy's had enough attention today. I had OTW in the back. It appears Tarek may be here for attention. We'll see what this is. Tarek, is that you?
Why does he got your picture on there?
He's been showing himself to be a fool lately. Tarek, is that you?
That's disrespect. That's probably King Stephen.
Jack, yes, it's me. I'm not here for attention. All right? Not here for attention. I'm here.
Then why do you got Jack's picture on your profile?
Chuck, you're like the dumbest guy out of the whole panel. So just wait for a second, and you'll understand what's going on. Let me just address Jack, and also Base Oracle. Yeah, and also Base Oracle, because Base Oracle, lately, I don't know, he's been cupcaking a little bit, I think.
Cupcaking?
What does cupcaking mean?
Yeah, what is cupcaking?
Come on, we you know what that means. Come on, Base Oracle.
Wow.
It's you know what it means?
No, you know what that means.
Describe it in more general terms, please.
I've been knowing what
There
it
we go.
means. That's what I've been doing.
All right, let me get to the point. You know, I have respect for you, Base
hopefully.
and Denizen.
Okay.
All I'm saying is,
I mean, you could have told us what cupcaking is if you fucking respect us.
Yeah.
get to the
Respect to
point.
the pastries and shit.
Let me get to the point. What I'm saying is, for some reason, the whole panel, even though Tommy's a little bit underage, I agree, but he has points. You guys
On
are
top
all
of his
What are
exalted.
they? What are his points?
I know. Well,
What is
let me
your
get.
point?
Let me get to my point.
Are you here to fucking gossip again, like a little high
I'm
school
not
girl?
here to
Tarek?
gossip.
What's
Let me just
cupcaking?
say one thing,
Holy
Jack, and you
cow.
can get
Denizen,
It sounds sexual, I'm gonna be
It
honest.
does sound weird, kind of fruit poppy.
Yeah.
I'll give you a
Okay.
cupcake later.
Sounds
You
like
can kick me after
something
I say
like
what I gotta
busting a
say.
nut or
I'm gonna
something.
say something.
Will you come up with the
Here.
cupcake avatar
So you-
next time?
Here,
Then we
hold
can
on.
understand.
Please be
No problem,
patient.
Base Oracle. I will. All right. All I'm saying is, are you all forgetting the fact is that anybody that disagrees with Jack will kick him off and get mad and all that. Do you guys agree with that or no?
Who was that question to?
That's towards you and the whole panel. I'm asking the whole panel.
Okay, well, I'm assuming you're asking that question because clearly that must be something you believe. You want to believe that anyone who disagrees with me is thrown off the panel, and so you're seeking validation for what you think. Am I wrong in that?
You are wrong. What happened with your mod yesterday, for example? What's his name? Hank. He disagreed with you. You kicked him out right away, and you told him he's in denial.
Tarek, right.
And he kicked us out. I agree.
Hey, Chuck, why don't you shut your trap, or you're going to be in the back real quick.
See what I'm saying? This is exactly what happened.
Okay. Yeah, and there's a reason. There's a reason.
Go ahead, Jack.
Okay. The other people on the panel, I hope you heard Tarek's question. He's seeking the authority of opinions, and he wants to present the case that anyone who disagrees with me is thrown off the panel, and Chuck wants to concur with that. Now, what I suggest is that there's plenty of evidence that shows otherwise, that when my patience and when the respect is clearly not available for me, when there's not support for what I am doing, who I am as a man, my patience has been growing, but mostly it's when people are just disruptive and interruptive that I put people out. People who want to argue.
Okay.
Any other opinions?
Jack,
let's resolve.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's resolve, Tarek.
Yeah, go ahead.
Others?
Yeah. So knowing that Jack and I do have respect for each other, hopefully he takes this as I mean it, is Jack is imperfect, and I don't think that he handled, from my purview, the panel yesterday in the best way. But that doesn't mean that he's not still here trying, right? And we're going to get to all of that, right? We're going to get into the deets, but right now we're here. So I think you made a point on, the kick part as of yesterday.
Now, wait. Okay. One example does not create the claim against me.
Yeah.
Okay? And I've never claimed perfection. And I've admitted, I don't know if I said it where I said it, but I've admitted in review of yesterday, I saw ways I could have been more patient. I could have helped maybe create a different result. But in my defense, anyone want to offer opinions of Jess's behavior that maybe she could have done a little better as well?
All she was doing was asking questions.
Or just my fault, like Chuck and the others want to claim.
May I say something real quick? Based on what Base said, which is very true, that you are trying to improve, right? Which I agree with that. And Jack, I even defended you against the grape allegations against Ted Cruz. Hold on. I'm being fair. What I'm saying, let me finish. I'm being fair. What I'm saying is, Base Oracle only saw one thing yesterday. We have seen 100 of them.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Tarek, hello. You know
Go
what?
ahead.
My patience with you, I'm pretty well disgusted with you, even more than Tommy, to be honest. Because I at least enjoy being around Tommy sometimes, but Tarek, all you are is a fucking gossiping old girl. I mean, not to disparage women or girls, but dude.
Or Chuck.
Well, Chuck's the same thing. He's nothing but a flicker who's proud.
He's a shady little girl.
He claims to be. I heard him claim to be proud to be a Republican.
He is a bootlicker too. I still love him, but he is a bootlicker. It's pretty bad.
I love you too, Dennison.
Why do I have to put up with this?
You don't have to put up with anything.
What did I deserve? What did I do to deserve people wanting? Okay, Jess, I wish she was here, but you guys wanted to bring it up.
She could have said it nicer, like, for instance, right? I.e., hey, Jack, I want to know some more about your plan, right?
Right. And when I asked her, why do you want this? That's where she got triggered and started projecting her crap at me. I was trying to get peace over and over and
she
over.
is a woman.
I asked her, please stop repeating yourself. Please reset for the case to be made against me. Based, dude, come on.
You put the entire blame on her yesterday. It was not a good look.
Chuck, what are you doing with me? What did I hear you and her doing with me? Putting
I was not on
blame on me, Chuck.
I was not on the panel yesterday.
Okay, you're right.
I was not on the panel.
Please forgive me. I heard her on the panel with Flo, and I know your close associations, maybe whatever. So regardless,
I slept with him once.
Who gives? God damn it, Chuck.
Speaking of flow state, maybe I could like change the focus a little bit, Jack. I might, and you might enjoy it. Maybe other people might enjoy it as well. I just wrote a song today, and I finished producing it.
Urge to down is rising.
I have it.
I'm not interested.
What kind of song?
You can share it on your channel.
Historical, there was a diss song. They were talking about a diss rap song.
You know what? Go discuss it on your channel.
Yeah, we're on Let's Change This World.
And I agree. I've seen a little bit of war.
I'm so sick of hearing you, Chuck. I really am. I've been trying.
It's tough. It's tough out here.
Well, no, it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be like this.
It could be easier.
Right. If anyone here, brothers and sisters, here's the topic of today. I am so sick of living in a world of fucking children.
Right.
Pretending like they're important. Let's find a way to end wars. Let's make that kind of important for us. You know, if we find a way to be a part of ending wars, maybe we save some fucking lives instead of wasting fucking lives like this. Tommy, Chuck, all these hours and hours and hours gossiping and complaining online. Oh man, sorry guys, that's the Jack in me.
We all got to let it out sometimes, Jack.
Well, the point I'm trying to say is let's take life seriously. Let's change this world. We can do this. There are so many opportunities, so many ways to succeed. But if we don't try, we're never going to do anything. And I've suggested that anyone who wants to be a part of this, reach out to the local news people in Spokane. Try to get someone to notice what we're doing, because these wars can end, the reforms can be enacted, the entire system can be transformed. I believe God would allow it if we try. That's why I'm online 7 days a week. I'm not joking about trying to find a way. I don't have to know all the answers. And thankfully, welcome back, Jess.
Hi.
What's up, Jess?
Hey, Based.
Hey, Jess.
I was just watching, and I heard that you wish I was up there. You guys are talking about me, so I'm just came back to see what's up.
Is there a problem with what was said? Is there any resolve from what started yesterday?
No. You guys were talking, and my name was brought up, and you had said, I wish Jess was here, but she's not right now. And then I came, so I was like, yeah, I'll come, I'll pop up. And I was just seeing what was up.
With what purpose? To continue the fight? To continue pretending that you've got a problem with me, that I need to answer to you? I mean, do you want to continue pretending like yesterday, or can we be adults today?
I'm not pretending anything. I'm not pretending anything. I just said I heard my name, You said you
You've said
I
this,
was
please,
there, so I
Jess.
came up.
I know. I don't know if you've noticed. You have a habit of repeating a pattern of repeating.
Yeah, but you have a pattern of not answering my questions. I don't understand.
What question can I answer?
I hopped in. I said, "Hi, everyone." I said, "Hey, Base. Hey, Dennison. Hey." I didn't say OT. I think I talked to you last night. And then I said, "Hey, Jack," and I said, "What's up?" That's pretty much it. And I said, "I heard you were talking about me," and all I said is, "What's up?" And again, you got defensive, Jack. I didn't do anything except for I said, "What's up?" And you said, "Do you want to keep pretending," or whatever you said. All I said is, "What's up?"
Sounds like everything's perfect then. I have no disagreements. So now what? What do we do now?
I don't know. You said that you wish I could be on the. What do you want? What did you want to discuss? Why did you wish I could be on the panel?
We can move past that. Really, that was one tiny part of everything I've been talking about. I've been talking about ending wars. I've been talking about celebrating God. I've been talking about transforming lives, pushing peace and love. I've talked about some of my own past. So we can discuss whatever is available for me to be allowed to discuss. And I would love to discuss the things I've been talking about. But, you know, the reason you came up, Jess, the disagreement, the thing I was trying to get you to look at was your own behavior. That was it.
My behavior of asking questions?
You
just don't. I don't know. I know you don't like me. It's fine. You're not going to like anything I say.
Yes, you've not given me much to like so far. Here, and I don't want to be offensive again. Jess and I had a poor communication yesterday. Is anyone else willing to maybe help? Does anyone understand both sides?
Yeah, I can help. So, yeah, Jess, you were asking, I think, about the mission, and now Jack is saying, maybe he said this before, he would like us to write to Spokane, Washington media and see if, we can push this revolution forward. So, those are his words, I think. So that, I guess, is what the two of you, what you were trying to get at with him yesterday. And it seemed like, I don't know, something set him off about the way you asked, or I'm not really sure.
I didn't see it.
I've tried answering the question, and then we kept looping back to opinions of how I behaved.
Yeah, and that's a common theme on this channel.
Unfortunately, it is. It's the patterns of the ego that I've been studying and learning, but I can't force anyone to see themselves. I can't force anyone to accept what I'm offering. And Jess, I intended to offer no offense. I could have communicated better. I could have shown more patience, maybe helped you feel more welcomed with me. I don't know what I could have done different, but I could have done different. But the point is, I'm not offering you anything more than what I have learned and what I believe to be helpful for the world.
Okay. But as soon as I came in here, you did ask me what else, what you didn't, when I came in here, you're like, well, what do you see about your behavior how you acted yesterday? And I didn't have a behavior. I just asked simple questions.
So you say.
I did.
And yes, okay, great. No disagreement. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I repeatedly tried to find resolve yesterday. So today, I believe it's a fair and reasonable question for me to inquire when you show up, not really caring about the topic, but just because your name was heard. I think it's a fair question for me to ask once again for you to explain your intentions.
Well, I told you what my intention. You said you had wished I was here, so I came up. I said hi, said my hello, and said what's up.
Jess, I've already explained that. Can we move beyond that narrow focus of yours? I know your ego is wanting your attention.
My ego is just so fucking huge, Jack. Jesus Christ.
Please see what you're sharing. You want it to be all about you again.
I do not.
Like Tommy did. And here, Jess, for the love of God, Flow State, I'm glad to see you here too, because Miss Jess yesterday demonstrated the exact same patterns that Margot has been inflicting on me for several years. So I'm trying to find a way to break these patterns somehow.
What are they? I just showed up. I haven't been watching the past few hours.
Ooh.
No, I appreciate it. Well, my focus is on ending wars, helping share the truth that I've found about God's love, and really try to do some things. But the pattern that was repeated from Margot for years and with Jess is, you've got to have a plan. Where's your written plan? You got to give me all the details before I even consider what you say. I don't have to do that.
I don't think I interpreted at least that line of reasoning that way, because the fact that they're requesting more information means they're already considering what you're saying.
I think I can translate a little bit here.
Please.
I think that Jess was trying to ask, correct me if I'm wrong, Jess, but why these things, right, that we're talking about keep coming over to you? Like, do you think it's a test of your faith, or do you think that there's something about, your channel that attracts that?
That's for me.
Well, I think that,
I've accepted my path is divinely, uniquely created for me, and just like everyone else's life is, and the patterns repeat until we learn the lessons. Now, it's documented, and if anyone looks for the good in me is easily found. I don't claim to be perfect, but golly geez, man, God's been testing me, and I've been improving my ability to communicate, my ability to disengage from the conflicts. It's growing.
To deal with people like Jess.
Yeah, I'm such a bitch, right?
No,
you're not that bad.
I'm sure you're very kind, very amazing, but until you let go of your disagreements with me, I'll never see it. Just like Margot. Just like my son.
What if Jess and I write a letter together collaboratively to Spokane, Washington media and tell them about the revolution? What would you think about that?
I am seriously, these are just my ideas. I skipped city council last night, but I went to city council 2 weeks in a row with a specific request. I just want a conversation with you, because by your position, you guys have different connections than I do, and the goal is to get.
It's a pager.
No,
I haven't seen a pager in a long ass time. That's how Jack keeps buying that house out of foreclosure.
No, it's a
probably bricks up in that mantle place.
It was an app in my thing. Hey, I lost my train of thought, but welcome back, Linz. How are you, my friend?
Thank you. I don't want to interrupt. When you're ready, I'd like to kind of give my interpretation of what happened.
Would you? So Linz had commented she'd saw the conversation yesterday, and so please please share what your thoughts.
Okay, I'm going to try to be as fair as I can, so no throwing anything at me. This you can't reach me. I'm far. Okay, so I saw Jess get on panel and start off asking some pretty pertinent, good questions, kind of along the lines of when Trump was giving his speech a few days ago, and he said, "We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. We're going to make America great again." And she would be asking, "How? What's your platform? I don't have enough." And Jess was kind of saying the same thing to you, because we're all like, you are selling an idea, a concept, and you may not be asking for money, but you're trying to convince people, here is something that's worth it. I want your help. Let's go. So she's seeing it as the same thing you do with a product, but this is a service. I want to see the platform. I want to hear where, how, when, why. For example, are you going to start a program where little kids from internationally are pen pals, and there's things for kids to do, there's things for adults to do, and these things are not the stop wars. They're actually trying to, educate people early, and when they're children, and they're actually measures that we can take to help us reach this goal. And then you have a series of things. That is more convincing than buy my idea because it's good, because it comes from my heart, because it comes from love, and everybody knows, that's the right and true thing. I think she was asking, but it came off a little bit antagonistic. I don't know why. It might have been her tone of voice or something, where she was asking the same thing, only you took offense because it was, I believe, A, her tone of voice, and B, the way she was asking the questions was more somewhat like an affront. It wasn't horrible. I wouldn't, if I didn't know her and I just had this conversation with her, I wouldn't be yelling at her or calling her a jerk or whatever. I would want her to simplify what she's trying to say. Basically, in my opinion, she was just trying to say, what's your platform? How do you plan on getting there? If I'm going to get on board, I want to know exactly what you're doing. Sell it to me. You have a problem with that because you're not doing this in a linear thinking way. You're doing it in your own way. We, as a society, are all used to having these reasons listed to us for why we should become a Republican. Why should we join the American Association of Veterans? Why should we do this? Why? And then we're inundated with reasons and why it's good and try to win us over. Some people need that because it's structural and linear and known in order to join with you. And she couldn't get that answer out of you. She asked 3 or 4 times. And you gave her kind of a generalized answer when she was expecting it. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have a paper bag program where such and such, and we're going to visit churches, and we need somebody to write and edit a newsletter, or whatever it is. Whatever it is. So she was getting frustrated. And you were getting frustrated because you're yawning. All you could hear is her going, yeah, 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 like Charlie Brown's parents. And you kicked her off and you called her a liar. And I believe you said she reminds you of Margot. So you both were kind of at play here. I think you took her. I would say she is a very assertive woman, just like Margot. But I wouldn't say she's bombastic and meaning to hurt you. She's just going to ask you flat out. She's a confident, straight to the point woman. And you took it as kind of like, oh, she's trying to boss over me. She's trying to lord over me. She's telling me I'm doing wrong, an attack kind of thing, which led to you two fighting. And then Hank was kind of in the middle and on the sides of this. And he was trying to interpret what you, Jack, were saying. And she wasn't really talking to Hank. And so I think he was getting frustrated. And between the 3 of you was a kiss slap game. It's like what I call kiss slap. It's passive aggressive. I'm almost done here because I can see you want to take a nap. Passive aggressive is, I love you, Hank. thank you for always coming here and giving your opinion, but I have no more use for you. Click. You're going backstage. It's sending duplicitous messages. It's telling you you're fantastic, but here's a slap. And you don't like to hear this, Jack, because it's not a positive thing. And I'm not saying you don't have any positive qualities, but it's something that you do and you have done. I know you hate me now. Okay. Jess, you did that to Jess too. And the kiss slap thing I'm very aware of because I got a lot of that as
Lindsay,
a kid.
do something exciting. Hurry. We're losing Jack.
I know. I'm just going to stop right there. That's my take. I'm sorry. I'm very boring. I wanted to just get to the point.
Thank you, Lindsay. I agree.
You're welcome, Jack. Shoo.
How many more people want to join my panel and just talk about me?
I had a feeling that would happen.
Well, I'm curious. Do you care to have any different ideas than your narrative? You and Jess, you both seem very convinced that.
Listen, I was an English student and an English.
I don't care, Linz. Please answer the question. Do you care about a different opinion than what you offered? I respectfully received what you said.
Okay, yes, I'd like to listen to it.
I'm not offended. You can believe whatever you want. I would just like to do something more productive with our time. Is that possible?
Yes.
Okay.
I have ideas.
What ideas, please?
Well, I did have that idea about the pen pal program for the children of the people who would join your organization or your efforts, where they would communicate internationally, get to know other kids from other countries and things that they have to deal with and go through. Whether it's a Middle Eastern kid and an American kid, or a Jewish child from Israel and a Jewish child from America.
And that what I'm doing?
Well, you wanted world peace. I would be offering ideas in order to promote positivity rather than more hatred. Promote
encourage you
unity.
Please run with that. I'm not sure how it's related to what I've been suggesting. I mean, here, I'll bring, for those who weren't paying attention, and I don't mean to be rude, but here, the reality is, I believe it is time for our world for new ideas, for things to be different. I don't want the position of president, but I sure as hell want to talk to those who do. And I don't want to follow the rules of someone else, right? Petitioning and registering and going to buy the media endorsement, campaigning to all the corporations.
You don't have to. You don't have to. It's too much for one person anyway. I agree.
Right. So join me. I'm tired of doing this alone, and I'm tired of everyone telling me, Jack, you're not going to make it because you're all alone. No shit. Let's join together.
Are you talking to me specifically, or are you talking to all of us?
I think it was the flow.
I have a new idea. Can we make Base Oracle cam up so that we can watch his micro expressions in real time?
Yes.
No. No, this has been a really this conversation has been it's yeah.
It's been what? Let's get a good definitive adjective in there.
How you doing, Lindsay?
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very well.
Stop deflecting, Based Oracle.
He's got such a great voice and tone for.
I got voice implants, Jack.
But we're missing the micro expression. I think most people like myself come here for the loosh, and when you only have voice intonation, you only get like a third of the loosh.
Yeah, you can't really read my face, which is interesting for you all.
It's in Braille.
Right. You got to put your finger on the screen right over my avatar.
But we can read a lot into this motion right here. When you hide behind your hat, Bill, we know
I've never. Maybe one time.
When Jack starts yawning and looking yonder, like he's looking out the window, I can tell I've lost his interest.
So can I chime in here?
Please do, Dennis.
I just want to say, I blame Jess for everything, including all the wars.
For real, me too.
That's a fair point.
I mean, Jess, really get it together, you know? She shake her head at me.
If Jess and him were sitting at a bar watching some sports and having some wings and a beer, there's no doubt in my mind that they could have a decent conversation, that they would get along. Why they can't get along here is, I think everybody's on the defensive. I think even Hank, you're ready to be attacked. You're ready to be called names. How would I know? Because I've done it all, and I've seen that it's easy to become like that here.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, it's the nonstop flow of people to come up to tell Jack what a piece of shit he is.
Right, the flow state.
Nice product placement.
I'd like to make clear that I didn't, and that his goal is noble.
No, you didn't.
Lindsay brought love.
The thing is, though,
it's like 9 out of 10, though.
You haven't shown much interest in finding an opinion different than what you said. And I've still not really seen much interest from Jess about trying to resolve the questions, the doubts. And here, part of my disagreement, I'm going to go ahead and share it anyway, is that, Lindsay, in the way you described it, you implied that there was actually an offer of support or help should I meet the standards and provide all the details. There was never any genuine, I saw no genuine care or interest. I saw skepticism and doubt. And when I felt when I confronted that skepticism and doubt, rather than an honest dialogue that we could resolve, turned into an argument.
I saw you tune out. You were listening, and you were intent and interested at the beginning. And then besides my monotone, long withstanding, huge diatribe on whatever, you at the end, I saw you tune out, which I see you do frequently, which is when you get that long distance stare, like you'd rather be anywhere there. Because
there's a reason.
Because of course
there's a reasonable reason that if you cared to understand, you might even appreciate. You'd respect.
It's because I am not offering my help. Is that why?
Well,
or I am misrepresenting you? I don't know. Tell me.
Thank you. Yes, the misrepresentation of me. It's the assumption of my intention, the assumption of why I do things, even after I've explained. I explained repeatedly that my attempt with Jess yesterday and with the people who are no longer currently on the panel, it's the interruptions and the disrespect that's been repeatedly, generously brought to me. Why? Because I believe that we can create a better world if we work together. So people want to prove that I'm wrong by making sure that people don't want to work with me because there's so much chaos. And then everyone, finds joy, it appears, out of trying to prove each other wrong. We can do better.
Yeah. Did you ever consider that people here also have things that are going on in their lives that may not have, kind of get in the way of them joining your cause right now?
Sure. That was where I started this stream at too. One of my notes today. Who was it that told us to earn a living instead of learn about the God of life? I mean, people had taught their children to turn to these religions and these traditions and go apply to a college, get someone else's approval and indoctrination, and that way you become a good, successful member of society. It's a devilish game. Mankind doesn't have to earn a living. God has brought forth life. We get to live how we want. I'd like to live in a world where wage slavery and wars are not the norms. Does anyone want to believe that could be possible?
It's possible.
We
can do it. I think Jess, Lindsay, and I can collaborate, and we could write a few letters to Spokane, Washington. And I'm thinking I could even lend my AI, right, to use for a good cause. Yeah, we can do this.
I have a teenager.
If we bring Chuck back as well,
on
that would help.
computers.
Did you say truck?
Chuck. No, Chuck, because he and I were also talking about that, and I don't know if he'd be interested.
Texting you too.
Yeah, we could make a quintuple, quin whatever.
A quinchuckle.
Yeah.
It'd be 2 males, 2 females. You know.
Right.
So
perfect synergy.
Equal opinions.
Wait, who's been texting
Not
you?
equal opinions, but
Not me.
Some people been texting.
You know.
Chuck texted
I think we could do it, Lindsay and Chuck.
He's not allowed up.
And
but
Base.
maybe I read that wrong.
Right.
I would work on a letter with Jess and Based Oracle.
Right. We could collaborate.
And I really like your idea of pen pals, Lindsay. That's a really good idea. And I'm seriously, that's a good idea.
We're gonna trade in their iPads
I'm
for
just
pen and
happy I
paper.
get to watch all of these ideas come to fruition.
Think about it. If we get these kids to trade in their iPads for stationery, right, then we can help fund the cause, if you think about it.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a little
they need the
sarcasm in there,
iPads.
which is
Look, it's a first idea. It might not be the best. I'm just saying.
They need Google Translate. They would need Google Translate. So
That's
we
true.
need the iPads.
But they could do it the old-fashioned way.
Look at
And
Jack.
they could be working on their handwriting.
Jack looks
At
like
the
he's
same
passed the
time.
kidney stone. This shit's fucked now.
Jack looks like he just ate a bad batch of leftovers.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt, and I'm sorry for how it might appear that I look, but I'm curious, honestly. I'm going to follow Tarek's lead here.
Oh, God.
I'm going to ask everyone's opinions based on, like, the past, the past 20 minutes.
Right.
How do you think my experience has been here?
Can you make people came up to answer the question?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well,
how do you guys think my
based on your reaction?
Based in reality, right?
In reality, please.
Yeah.
You
OTW
feel attacked and unappreciated.
You want to start with OTW or?
Yeah, he's eating, so you should start with them out of respect.
OTW would be a great one.
I think Jack feels annoyed right now.
Are you eating those little cheesy sticks, little sticks that you dip into?
And misunderstood.
Not far off.
Do you think I'd be wrong for that?
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Denizen. No.
I have a little different opinion. I think that Jack feels not as good like as if he was on a beach sipping a mojito, but for instance, better than like just that like a Arby's that hasn't been cleaned well and it's kind of like there's still food on it.
Better than if it was a Diet Pepsi, for instance.
Are you saying disgusted or disappointed?
No, I'm saying it's in between. Right, we're fluid. Right, love is fluid.
You mean fluid, like what happens after you eat at a restaurant like that?
In context, based Oracle.
Yeah, love. What type of? Yeah,
it's in motion.
My love is fluid.
Eventually.
And he's mad that we're
got it on the money
mocking him
shot.
and being sarcastic too. He doesn't like that. That's what I'm also guessing.
Well, I think that we're trying to decipher how can we do better, not only on panel, but for the mission. And there's some good ideas so far.
To me, the mission is so far off for humanity that these conversations on the panel are an excellent first step toward the mission.
Boom. Look at that.
That's how I feel about it. And to Jack's credit,
big ups.
It's if we wanted peace, we could have it. Now, I don't think everybody wants peace, and that's why Jack's going to have to wait. But it doesn't change his logic or his premise. He's still correct. If people wanted peace, they could have it.
Facts. That's big truth.
He said we could get better, which I think is more plausible than.
Well, that's why I come up here. I certainly don't believe wars are going to end by the end of 2024.
So, Jack, who was the closest to how you feel?
Well, before the conversation got deflected, that was accurate. I'm feeling quite unappreciated. I'm still feeling like me and what I'm saying are being ignored and kind of treated like a joke. And this is what I've been wondering. How do I convince people to take what I'm saying seriously when we don't talk much about what I say?
I don't think you can.
Well, no, that's not true. If you start giving them free shit, I think that would be a good start. No, I mean that seriously. Sometimes
People
it's
don't
advice.
people don't respect what's free. They don't respect wisdom. They don't respect love. They don't respect when they don't trust. But distrust is part of the human conditioning, and everyone already thinks they know everything, because what I'm saying is just simple and obvious truth. So when people hear simple and obvious truth, they dismiss it as not really valuable, because of course I know that. Everyone knows that. But people aren't applying what they're understanding. They're not listening to what I'm saying or they are saying. So
how do we solve that, Jack?
That's the question I've been trying to find the answer to on my own.
Why would we want peace for these sort of people?
I really only care about my experience, to be honest.
I appreciate the honesty.
Well, I've been saying this, and then I get called a narcissist because I do actually care about.
Because you're honest about your self-centeredness. Yeah,
it's truth.
Denizen,
hush. Well, despite all the narratives about me and all the accusations, and despite my imperfections, I really don't give a shit about celebrity or fame or money. I've said repeatedly, the only thing I as a man care about is relationships. But you see the relationships I'm allowed to receive, despite all my invitations, despite my efforts, this is what the world offers. And I'm grateful you're here, guys.
That's true.
Well, and I care about money, though. Just if that wasn't clear.
Can you do me a favor, Jack? Can you kick one of the people who's backstage so Shiva can come on the panel?
Yeah. Tara can take a hike.
Damn,
I like the idea. I like the idea of.
Yeah, go on, Lindsay.
Oh, thank you, Based. Brother Based. Well.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I've always got to make this a little bit about me. Someone pointed that out the other day, so here I go. Ready? When I am in utter chaos and confusion, and I have a very large goal that seems impossible to me, I start chipping away at it in chunks.
Yeah.
And that gives me a feeling of control, whereas I had none before. It's a step up. It's making me feel like at least I have a plan. I have a direction to go in. So
sorry.
What if you focused on that, get your own personal life and your own personal details out of this, because people are bound to attack it when you share very personal stuff about your son and your family, etc. People use it as cannon fodder. It's just a fact. It's fun for them. They do it online. It's like a game. Keep your own life. What if you kept your own personal lives and things that, don't cast pearls, so to speak, to piggies? Not that we're piggies, but you get my drift. And you just focus on this mission and you take chunks. And for example, maybe your goal in the first 2 months would be this is not what you're going to do, but just an example, start that pen pal program. And, get something under your belt so you feel like you've done at least something or advanced. See, it's not, okay, nope, I said something wrong. Here goes the window stare. Okay.
Our time would be better spent if you stopped telling me everything you think you know.
Okay.
And actually try to understand what I'm saying. I don't need more people analyzing me. And I don't mean to sound rude or offended. It's just,
I've been online for a while. I'm not offended.
I know.
I don't think Jack has a problem with staying on mission from his perspective.
Oh, the idea that I haven't achieved things. Come the
Oh
fuck
my
up.
God, Jack.
You know,
Jack.
Lindsay, your advice to me was go do things so you get the feeling of accomplishment. And then yesterday I faced the assumption that I've got no plans. I've got no idea on how to accomplish what I've committed my life to accomplishing. I mean, you guys
I thought
are
when I
just
passed yesterday.
unbelievable.
When I or we or anyone here says something, except for OTW because he's been
What
quiet.
would you like to know?
He's eating.
Oh,
I think that's the
you-
problem from your perspective, though, and not from Jack's.
When I say something to you, I could say 1,000 good things and 2 bad things.
But you don't.
You'll run away with the
You
2 bad
go
things.
on and on and on, Lindsay. I love you, but you're not
helpful.
You're not seeing yourself from my perspective, at least.
Well, I've been here for what, half a year or so, and
I know.
I'm still not
People are
understanding
slow
you. I must
learners.
be pretty retarded.
People are slow learners. It's by the grace of
okay.
God.
That's
I
it.
haven't learned enough either. I admit that. I haven't made the approval, worthy of someone who can be learned from. I know I need to go prove myself and map everything out for every stranger.
Did you hear that?
In my life.
What if we brought more war to these people just at first? Just at first. And then we withdraw the war.
Sometimes more is less. That's a good point.
Pretend it's not there. Even on these panels, there will be unnecessary arguments going on and on and on, and people are just like heads in the sand, pretending like it's nothing.
That's why we just need one good war.
Holy cow! You know what?
I like how this is working.
Like a purge?
God is amazing.
Okay.
Thank you for the gifted membership, and
Look at that.
Congratulations, Chuck in Tennessee.
Hell yeah, Chuck is back.
He received it. A sign from God, I guess.
Good evening.
I was going to say, Jack.
Greetings.
Shiva.
Well,
See, Jack, what if this is your mission? I mean, seriously, like, this. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, and say, what if you're not being receptive to what it is God's really trying to show you? What if your desire is to end war, and God's response is you must end this conflict here inside yourself and in this community you're trying to grow first before I let you out to the next step? Because you're definitely there's a loop going on here, and I can see it's not being started by you, whether or not it's inspired by you. Clearly, it's inspired by you. But you're participating in it for sure. It requires your participation. So either that participation is divine and worth your efforts, or you've got to move on.
So I have a potential answer, Jack, for your feeling of lack of appreciation. And I don't think, it might be that you won't like what I'm going to say, but I think it might be a useful perspective. Have you considered letting go of the need to be appreciated?
That's a silly question. Please don't assume. Yes. For the love of God, I don't even know why that question is asked in the
because most people don't, Jack. Most people don't, Jack.
For 2 reasons. Hang on. Yeah. One, because as Dennison said, most people don't, and 2, because you expressed a desire to be appreciated. Not too long on
right. Okay.
Careful, Shiva.
Thank you. Hey, Chuck, why don't you shut up, please?
Oh no, this is going from bad to
Can I
worse.
finish what I was going to say a while ago?
Yeah, of course. Let me go back to the background. It's all about Chuck again, please.
No. All I want to say was I've seen combat. It's not pretty. I don't like it. I wish it would end. There's a farmer's market here. his wife is Ukrainian, and they run a program to help the children in Ukraine. So if that could be of any help, let me know and I'll get the information.
You think Ukrainian wives are on sale 2-for-1 still?
I just know she's Ukrainian. Her English is very broken, but they run a farmer's market.
Could be fixed.
And they try to help the children in Ukraine.
Okay.
I mean, that's the start, isn't it? Or am I wrong? I could be dead wrong because I'm not perfect.
Of course
you're
dead
wrong, Chuck. Do you care to know if you're right or wrong? Do you even care, or you want to stay confused? What do you think?
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I asked you a question. Listening's not going to help.
I didn't hear it. What was the question?
Do you want to know if you're right or wrong, or do you want to stay confused and bewildered?
If I'm right or okay, I'll take the panel suggestion. Show me how I'm wrong, please. Lindsay, Shiva, Denizen, Base.
You did just what I was talking about, so I actually like it. So if you want criticism, I can't give you any. And I just talked about taking a chunk out of something instead of taking a big bite. And I believe that is taking a chunk. And I created morale patches for Ukrainians who are not the favorites. The Russians are the favorites. And I sold them. They go on backpacks, they go in military gear, et cetera, et cetera. Not that it's a huge deal. It was just a little something I can do. I only made like $500 from selling these patches, and I gave them to the Ukrainian Red Cross.
Oops, sorry, Linz.
I try to take a little bit of control too, where I feel like I can't. Okay, I'm big screen now.
That's very nice.
Bless your heart.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And I honestly do like your idea of the pen pal thing. I think that's a really good idea.
You got to start somewhere. I guess this show is all about me right now, and that's what Jack's implying. Not anymore. Okay, I'll shut up.
I'm waiting for the rest of the criticism. Come on, Flo, hit me.
Me and OTW are just smashing food. We don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm drinking green tea. So
nobody wants to answer the question. So I should
your
stop.
first issue is your name is Chuck in Tennessee.
No, how about this? The first issue is Chuck didn't think about facts. He didn't even try to evaluate facts. He went to fucking opinions. That's sad, dude. And then
I didn't say anything.
And then when he goes to opinions, the other people who want their opinions to be heard are all about them too. And I'm sitting here again wondering, what does God want me to do?
And you did the same thing to Chuck.
Am I not helping the kids?
Jack, what does God want you to do?
Thank you.
You did the same thing to Chuck.
Thank you. I don't mean disrespect to any. I think you two have been the most respectful and attentive of trying to pay attention. So thank you.
That's true. You're welcome. Yeah.
What does God want me to do? That's the question I've been asking. And I've invited people today. Again, I'm offering forth what I believe God wants me to do. What God wants me to do is improve in my ability to communicate. So I've repeatedly asked today, how do I say what I'm wanting to say without sounding the way that I sound? I'm sick and fucking tired of all of this nitpicking, gossiping, while I got to sit in the background patiently, pretending to have a fucking smile on like this is fun. I'm trying to improve. I believe I would be much more successful improving if I actually had people working with me instead of everyone thinking they're my boss. I don't need bosses. Matter of fact, the whole point of what I'm trying to do is, I believe, inspired by God, the trademark live without fear, it's from the Bible, the idea of Jesus. I'm constantly talking about God and Jesus and love.
Yup. What don't they get about that? I mean, it's really simple. Am I right, Jack? Love is simple. It doesn't have to be complicated.
So, I'm going to ask a difficult question again. I hope you don't mind. It's been my observation that I can't control anything that anybody else does or says. The only thing that I can control is what I bring to a situation, and I'm barely in control of that. So my question to you would be, what is it that you are bringing to the situation that might be being unhelpful?
My patience and kindness have been misunderstood. They've been viewed as weakness. People think it's okay to run around disparaging a man like me, making videos, making fun of me, live streaming, disparaging me, calling me a liar, calling me malicious, calling me vindictive. But it's not. I'm not, like you said, I don't control any others. I've learned how to accept that, and my focus has been on how do I maintain love? How do I maintain joy and try and be dignified and, you know, get along?
Wow.
I also, hey, the idea that we don't control others, we're all at the mercy of those around us. That was a story, that was one of the unspoken messages from the execution and termination of Jesus. Even though he was the Son of God and here for a divine purpose, God showed we're all at the mercy of those around us.
But you choose who you have around you, right?
Do I?
Yes.
I would much rather choose to have my son in my life. But
you can't always have who you want around you. But you can't always have who you want around you. But the people who are around you because you let them be around you.
Correct. And I try to encourage them to find some value in me beyond their problems and opinions. But this is the world we live in. And so, sincerely, guys, today I left out part of the story. In the beginning, I talked about my early morning. I woke up 5 a.m. By 9 a.m., I had tears of joy running down my face. My thoughts of God, my love for God, my love for the life that I've been given, this one right here today. I mean, by 9 a.m., I'm crying tears of joy. I'm on here with the idea, let's change this world. And what have we been talking about for fucking 2 hours, man?
That's a great point. I mean, honestly, I used to say, if you're not crying, you're dying at sometimes, right? So the idea of for love, for God, I mean, what else, right? What else? And I don't get why so many people don't get it.
This is where my faith in God is super strong. Here, Lizard Tree, please. Every word is open to interpretation. Okay? Consider the perspective from God. God only creates perfection. God only creates goodness. What are we finding flaws in? Well, we can there is perspectives of perfection and there's perfections of flaws. But we have within us the power of mind, the power of the stories, the literature, the lessons that have been left down. I decided to take, again, my experience, while unique, we're all unique experiences that are sharing this lifetime together. God was never a part of my life, and the last place I went was the Bible. And today, Today, my prayer is simple. I pray that the life I live may somehow shine the light of Christ through me. My prayer is that somehow God will use me and us to find a way to bring peace to the world. I don't know if I'll succeed, but I want to try.
Can I ask, partly inspired by a comment that Denizen has made, and partly by a comment that you made just now, what do you do to improve your communication skills?
Here, two things. Let me answer that first. God has graced me. God has blessed me with many amazing examples to learn from. To be honest, people that I get to, some of you people here, right here, you guys are incredible examples of ability to communicate.
True.
That, and I've studied. I just took another course, an online course recently regarding how to communicate with the non-conscious part of our being, and diving into techniques and ideas of philosophy or hypnosis, powers of suggestion, such as that. And then I've also been intending to go back and review the non-violent communication, the methods found in that by Dr. Rosenberg.
The Marshall Rosenberg system.
Yep.
I was going to ask you if you'd explored that. Do you put that into practice though?
It's a method I reviewed and I tried incorporating, but I haven't had conversations, and then by the time I'd started doing this, I'd forgotten a lot of it. That's what I mean. I'm going to go back and review so I can do a better job of incorporating those things.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Jack, but I think you have been planting seeds, planting lots of seeds. And we just need to see those seeds grow. It's like you're 99% there. You need the last 1% to get on board. Right? To make this fucking mission out. I get a little excited.
Hey, me too. Yeah. I love that. And brother, that's actually what I think. I mean, this life, I've learned not to take me so seriously or others so seriously, but I do take life seriously.
Yeah.
I actually think I've met some of, like, in video games, you got like mini bosses or these final bosses before you level up.
Yeah. You need the cheat codes. Yeah.
Yeah. Margo was my first one. She's been an incredible tester, teacher. But these patterns, I haven't figured out how to overcome them. And I know it's through communication. I know.
Are you talking about the patterns within yourself or patterns within other people?
I've accepted there's something within myself that is attracting this behavior. And I've realized it's on me to stop engaging in it so much. But then I'm not the type to walk away from a challenge either. So then that's where I'm toying. Is it my ego that keeps engaging in this? Or
I would argue yes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know you very well, so I'm not saying yes because of you, but just yes because you're a human being and we all have egos, right? I used to be involved in a kind of drama troll community that Denizen was also involved with briefly, populated by some fairly unsavory characters. And I realized, probably at the back end of last year, I realized that I have a choice. I don't have to engage in the bullshit drama. And so I stopped. I walked away from it. I left the Discord servers that were revolving around that subject. I stopped watching the streams that were those kind of bullshit drama type streams. And what I found was that there was an immediate improvement in my states of mind. And that now, occasionally I'll just out of morbid curiosity, when someone posts a link in Discord, I'll go and visit one of these drama streams, and I can only listen for a couple of minutes before I have to bounce because it's just not what I'm wanting to do, and I find it unpleasant.
Toxic.
Yeah. So I think you can always choose what you engage with, and then I think that can have a knock-on effect on how you engage.
Right. The people who engage with me have a choice as well. And that's what I've been trying to get people to see, is that there's better choices for both of us if they stop engaging with the drama.
That's not their path. Right, Jack?
I'm of the belief that God has given us free will, that we are allowed to choose the ideas when we find them. And that's why I have been trying to plant seeds, right? To share, not to cast pearls before swine, but to share where I feel that some of the wisdom could be helpful.
And blossom. And pollinate.
Either this is your target group or it isn't. And it seems to me, if God works in mysterious ways, this is your target group. You clearly belong here.
Right.
And if this is your target group, then you are meant to communicate with unbelievers and antagonists. That's your destiny. To communicate with people who don't want to listen to you and don't respect what you're saying. And yes.
Sorry, partially truth. I've humbled myself and accepted that wherever I am, this is perfectly where God wants me to be. And whatever God wants me to experience is going to come into my experience. But it's still up to me to figure out what to do. And I realize the best way to influence people is through interaction, right? Through communication. But sitting here while I'm being talked about does very little, in my opinion. Right. So the idea,
I was going to argue for that.
How much me too.
I was going to say the first step to understanding how to talk to someone is to learn how to listen to them first.
I listen, but they don't listen to themselves. This is the
they
point.
Can't.
The ego, well, they can. If they would listen to me, I could help them do so. And this is the thing. In the problem is the solution. The disagreements between people and me, if we could figure out how to communicate, if they would allow communication, allow themselves to be wrong, because I'm not claiming to be perfect, but I am not on here making shit up. I'm honestly testifying and documenting my real life experience, my real life goals.
Jack's right. We have 2 ears.
Fuck your avatar-based Oracle.
Yeah, but what if Jack's job is to lead the blind? Right? People who are not going to
those ears
see things the way he sees them.
Right? I mean, to Jack's point, their ears are even more important if they're blind.
I mean, blind in capability to see things from his perspective.
I'm agreeing with everyone.
Well,
Come on, Base, get off the fence.
It's nice up here.
Damn,
that fence is wet. China.
Look, I just made Jack's point. I mean, Jack made his point, but I'm just giving another angle to it.
I mean, I got dumped and I said nothing to
Can
Jack.
Wildheart either light a cigarette or put me in the bottom so we can have like a smoker's row?
Oh, yeah. So I'm low one. Yeah.
Okay.
Good looking out.
Yeah, oh, that's so northern of you.
Up to make it even flow, but it
Look
got
at you inciting cigarette usage flow.
That's a health tube. It's not a cigarette.
Can I just say, I'm getting a lot of ginger comments.
Doctor prescribed it.
Yeah.
Did you say a ginger comment?
Yeah, there's a lot of ginger comments.
Hey, a ginger was talking, and it wasn't me.
I'm stealing people's souls or something. Oh.
Sometimes, Jack,
I felt it.
Sometimes, Jack, you just have to let people be toxic in the knowledge that there's nothing you can do to change them.
Okay, but wait. I don't need toxic people in my life. And this is what I hope that people will eventually realize. I don't have to have this. I don't need the antagonist. I don't need the criticism from strangers like Jess or even Flow State, right?
Whoa.
Well,
then disengage.
Flow State and I we've spent time for a considerable period together, but I still don't need this nonsense. I'm actually inviting people to realize there's incredible opportunities to be had.
Maybe we
unless
need
those people want to take those opportunities, they're actually going to be blind to them. People who don't want to change are incapable of change.
Or maybe they think it's not the best way. I mean,
he's planting seeds in Flow.
Okay, and so let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to my
based oracle is distracting from what you're trying to say.
That's absolutely incorrect. No, Flow's trying to distract from me supporting Jack. Jack needs support right now more than ever, Flow.
And that's what do you see me down here raising the roof? Big ups, Jack. Big ups.
You're doing your part. I mean, he's trying. Flow's a little slow, but he's
do
trying.
a reach up, Flo. Give us the reach up.
Damn, what's up there?
All right, that's better.
Here, what I'd like to come back to though is my perspective. Yes, there are seeds being planted, and right, the people, they don't have to change their mind. They can go live their own small, selfish lives. I don't care. I'm seriously, if you can't find the value in what I'm sharing, Chuck, you're one of the top ones. Please leave. I don't need the distractions, and this is
I did not attack you. I told you what I was doing.
Please stop interrupting me.
Yes, boss.
You're defending yourself against the truth that was offered. Okay?
I did not attack you.
So what? You're interrupting me again.
Okay. I just want to know who's on your side and behind you and your mind and your opinion. Clearly, us on panel, panel are not.
We're trying to understand.
Well,
I mean,
I'm trying
all
to
of us.
teabag OTW, ups Jack, and get Based Oracle kicked the fuck off the panel.
No. I'm the most valuable panelist.
Flo, if you kick base, you're going to get GF.
Is that who's in line backstage?
I don't know. I can't see. I'm on my phone.
Is there anyone in here that you think is on your side or on your team? Anyone? Jack?
Well, I shared this morning. It was part of my inspiration, the transformation I've been in. I'm a total contradiction of the man I used to be, because today, the only one who is for me is God. And I know that for a fact. God is on my side. I have no faith in humanity. I have no faith in any of you anymore. I have no faith in me anymore, because I keep failing to be shown worthy of.
Put the ego aside and God will enter even more.
Goodbye, Chuck.
Can I just say, I'm a little bit offended. I'm a little bit offended that you put God above me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
You see, your resistance, Wild Heart 2, I know it's been fun for you. You want to come and join the conversations and hang out and offer your doubts and your disagreements, but your doubts and your disagreements about God and me, well, your disagreements and doubts about God have been unpleasant and unproductive for me. I've been patient with them.
Yeah.
But you can deny God all your life. I don't care. It doesn't need to be proven. It doesn't even need to be sought. It just must be accepted.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm just giving my point of view.
I know, but your point of view is not helpful to what is happening here in front of you.
Can I ask a question, Jack? If
Please.
Wild Heart's point of view is not helpful to what you're trying to do with the panel, why do you let him on the panel?
Because I know the best way to influence people is through communication. And I know that Wildheart Resurrected was dealing with his own patterns. If I'm not mistaken, I think I remember a drinking issue, which I've dealt with and overcome. And he was facing some health issues that I believe God may have. Well, my claims are unconfirmed because people haven't been really willing to accept or look into what I've been doing or saying, but I claim to have here part of my unbelievable goals. I want to grow on social media. I'd like to get on the mainstream media. I'd like to get in front of Congress. I'd like to get in front of the UN. I'd love to get in front of my son or people in Spokane again. But the reason I want to grow is God has blessed me with this unique experience where I didn't have a job. I didn't have time or social commitments and stuff like that. I've been learning like a son of a bitch over the past several years, and I'm a smart learner. I'm a quick learner. So I've encountered some amazing teachers, some amazing people who are doing incredible things right now. In this lifetime, this day, they're accomplishing and doing great things. And I think the world needs to listen to them more.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, there's a countless number.
We know who he's talking about. I mean,
I don't. Very historical. Please don't presume to speak for me.
Okay. To be honest, some of my favorites have been Ben Davidson, Suspicious Observers from the science side, from the spiritual side. I've spoken about Shunya Murdy quite often. John St. Julian. There's a bunch of faces I see. Raja Choudhury. There's a lot of spiritual
I didn't even make the
amazing
list.
teachers.
You make my list, Ensign.
Thanks, Flo.
Well, and as
I'm
far
a little
as,
hurt, Jack.
Hey, and as far as health goes, I don't have my books handy, but there's people that are studying biohacking, right? Taking some of the ancient medicinal knowledge and incorporating modern day technology, modern day science together. There are so many innovations and so many experts available. But hey, people don't really talk about what I know. They talk about what they think.
It's a shame.
We really are going to be able to end wars.
Yes.
It's possible.
I don't think it's going to be the people on this panel like Jack does, but we really are going to be able to do
what
it.
if the way
I see
out is true? I'm still not convinced that the way to end wars is not to have one great final war.
Oh yeah, you may be right about that. I can't.
I think that Flo is not taking this very seriously, and that
I think I want to
disappoints
start
me.
the war with based Oracle.
I think we started our own little war.
I'm a man of peace. In few words.
Do you know have you considered the consequences and the costs of war?
Have you considered the consequences of not war, of just letting people breed out of control?
Oh, God.
We're planting seeds. There's a difference, Flo.
I don't know if war really stops them from breeding out of control, to be fair.
I mean, think about how many Terriks there might be running around right now.
Think about the utility of war. Until there is no utility in it, and capitalistic, in terms of capitalism, in terms of...
Did you say the euphoria of war?
I noticed you didn't answer my question, though.
What was it?
Who?
If you'd considered what the costs and the consequences of war are, you deflected into an absurd...
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh.
You brought up a straw man fallacy of what I'm offering.
I have not considered the costs nor the consequences of war. It seems like it'd be a very hard thing to tease apart from an alternate reality without the two. It is, in fact. It's very hard to tease apart what would be consumed and produced.
Okay, but again, that doesn't answer the question. While it may be hard to imagine a world without war, the question is, have you looked at the costs and the consequences, the real life consequences?
You didn't think that my answer was a direct on addressing of your question?
No.
How many Terriks there could be?
That's an imagined thing. Now let's take into consideration, though, before you bring up the absurd and the worst, right? Because today we've got Tariks and Pauls and all these other people, right?
We could use some more polls. Only one guy getting arrested so much for rights and shit.
Well, the world is the way that it is, but here, without wars, guess what? We've got a lot more ability to reinforce education, to actually rework the healthcare, to rework the sciences. We can rework everything when we stop focusing on outcompeting our neighbors, outworking the next guy, you know, beating the nation across the ocean. America and Canada, we live in the Western world, in the free world, with such comfort. Why? Because the production, the expense is being burdened by other human beings in other lands. The industrialized jobs have been outsourced through America. Our freedom and our true independence has been sold to the entire banking system.
True.
We don't have to do this.
So you're saying if we didn't have wars, we'd have more people to shoulder our inflation?
No, people would be more educated. More educated people, they have less crime, less anger. With more educated people, we could actually reduce the manual labor of jobs, so mankind actually does more time studying, sharing knowledge, creating art, cleaning up the environment, helping to improve the neighbors' lives, not just focused on protecting their own.
I still think a war would end up a lot.
The question is, if you want to stop wars, then you need to find a way to mitigate people's aggression. How do you get people to work with
through
that?
love? That's what we've been talking about. Love,
unconditional love.
Pay attention.
We don't even love each other.
I'm not sure that everyone.
It starts with loving yourself, though.
We can't even stand each other.
Well, let's all tell each other how.
Jack has to overcome his own aggression first.
That's
can we organize people from most love to least love?
Yeah. Well, it kind of already is.
It already is.
DW.
So how do you maybe like those people who don't know how to love? How do you teach them that?
How do you force love into them?
Here's what I've learned regarding communication, and here's, I don't know, I know that anything I say is going to be dependent upon the audience, right? So Jack, what are you going to say? What's your script? What's your plans? Well, we'll figure it out. I know that when I get in front of Congress, I know that the method to communicate this is from a place of love, and to speak to them as human beings, not as congressmen, not as Republican or Democrats, but to speak to them as maybe children, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, right? Sons and daughters. I'll speak to them as people. And from a loving place, we can share common understandings. We can exchange through communication the new ideas. And the new ideas are actually old, eternal truths.
So it seems to me that either because of something in yourself or something in other people, or a combination of both, that the communication on this panel can be quite contentious. How do you propose to avoid that contentious communication if and when you appear before Congress?
How do I intend to resolve which? I drifted to the chat while you were asking. I apologize.
Yeah, it was boring.
Well, here's what I know. The solution for the world, right? Behind all of these wars, whether it's between the nation or between the governments and the freedom, the citizens, all of these wars are actually battles over lies. Because the lie is war is not the answer, right? They told us war is the answer. A good military is the only strong defense. That's a bunch of bullshit. The best defense is better leaders.
True. And, you know, Flo was here trying to push that propaganda. Like, we need more wars. And we know that's not the truth. Trying to take away from the big message.
Our base oracle problem is to
This is why you're number 6 on the love list, Flo. This is why. You wonder.
Look at him starting wars right now. I'm trying to force some of this love into base oracle. Fuck.
Now you're 7. Even OTW is better than you, and he's a white boy.
He's staying quiet. I got to give him the respect.
He's
not
just over
white.
there eating food.
Wow.
Can't you see my red skin? Don't you just see? It's kind of like
Switch me back with him. That joke deserves him to be at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. So, Jack, if I could just, you know, translate for everyone who doesn't get it, right? Jack is talking about planting seeds of love.
It's hard for us to touch somebody whose face we can't see.
Like we said, it's fluid, right? It's in motion. It's moving. Some people are going to resist, i.e. flow state. But the rest of us, we can find support for Jack and the message. And that's why Lindsay and I will be working on this diligently.
Absolutely.
I'm open to any ideas. Hey, do I know if this will work? No. But I tell you what, I got in my head back in 2018 while I was still battling for my employment and my family. I got the idea that wars could end and that maybe I could play a part in it. Then I started believing that God gave me that idea and it was my responsibility. And so I had to overcome a lot of failure. But I have faith.
Ah, fuck.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Hank, are you here to support war with me?
Negative.
Fuck you.
Exactly. Don't worry, guys. I got this. I'll handle it on the background. I'm just gonna hand Jack credit. So when the megacorps get mad, they'll go after Jack instead of me.
Well planned.
Yes. I'll take the blame for
your shirt collar looks like a labia.
What's on his mind? I kind of wonder.
An Audi, you mean?
No, it looks like his head, like he's being born.
Right.
A blue labia. That's weird.
It's a blue waffle. Pop your waffle.
He's high. Continue, Jack.
That was rude, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm a little offended.
I just realized we've done a long stretch today, 3 hours, and I'm open for
30303.
And
I'm open for feedback. I don't actually really feel guided either way. Should we continue? Or
I think that
wrap it
Hank
up?
looks like a partial birth abortion, but that's still better than Based Oracle, who's not even cammed up at all, so I can't trust him.
I know my camera is yeah.
I would suggest either Based or Shiva left. So I don't see you connecting with anyone else. Maybe no, not Denizen. Based, I'm sorry. This is on you to answer Jack's question.
Don't worry. Yeah. I talked to all of you. Except, actually, I can get to Patrick too. I could contact all of you, so it's not a big deal.
Right. So look, Jack, I think we're really getting somewhere. I see some seeds starting to blossom a little bit. And if we can just get that a little bit more, stretch it out, kind of like the Hank reference, then I think we can make a difference.
Did you make Jack smile?
Look, smiles make
good.
the world go round.
Yes,
smiles.
you get extra points for that.
Right.
Oh, God.
There goes the smile.
Eric, you're in the danger zone, motherfucker.
Finger, you fake fucking guru fuck. How's that?
Are you talking to me?
Thank you very
He's up
much.
here eating pussy like.
Shit.
What did you do to him? The minute I got up here, his ass texted me. Thanks, Lindsay, for that. By the way, His ass texted me immediately when I got up here. He was like, tell him, but I can't read what the fuck he types ever.
Guilty as charged, Derek. You got me red-handed.
Just
What
mad because he
now?
bought my hair.
Nothing.
No, I'm mad because you gave him my number. Now Tarek texts me all the time.
What are you talking about?
Tarek, I think he's blocked from the chat, and now he's banned from the stream. He was flipping me off in the back, and I've got Tommy back there waiting patiently, and then I get the notification.
Joe Cool's trying to get in.
Okay, I got the notification someone was trying to get in, and Tarek and Tommy were taking up space, but
Derek has a lot of connections, and he can do plenty of stuff on his own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that?
Tarek.
Lindsay's trying to act like Tarek hit up his 007 connections to get my phone number instead of just saying, hey, Lindsay, what's his phone number?
He never asked me your phone number.
Okay.
Hey,
yeah, Joe.
Yeah. Welcome.
It's time to end.
It's time to wrap up. Joe here. No, good to see you, man.
You can wrap up. I just want to be a part of it. Look like family. Basis, new family.
Yeah.
Today, we're having fun, I think, like family. We're working through some.
That's why we're all so drunk.
Hey, Joe, do you agree with what I told Jack earlier about communication?
I have no idea. I just got here like seconds ago, bro. You could give me a recap or something.
So what we're talking about is Jack wants to end wars. I'm staunchly pro-war. I think that Hank looks like a partial birth abortion. I think that Based Oracle needs to cam the fuck up so we can see his micro expressions. And Wildheart is basically the shit.
And you think that I gave
Wildheart is the shit.
Yeah, right. And I accused Lindsay of giving Tarek my number, which she's trying to say it wasn't her. It was his 007 connections, which we all fucking believe.
Yes, it was Officer Snaps that did it. Yes.
Snaps didn't have my number. Well,
no, he is 007. His email is 007.
Right. So anyways, I'm glad we got that sorted out. Lindsay is innocent. She's never done anything wrong. Tarek got my number from his international connections.
And I'm a translator for peace and love.
Based Oracle is still the biggest piece of shit on the panel because he won't cam up.
Right. I mean, that's partially true, but I told you about my camera earlier. We don't need to go back to that.
Made my list of spiritual gurus earlier.
Based is terrifying.
Hell yeah.
Dennison, what did you tell Jack earlier? What was your assessment of something rather than another? What did you say to Jack?
You want the TLDR version, the abridged?
Yes.
He needs to deal with his own aggression before he can deal with the aggression of others.
100%. That's it in a nutshell.
And the only way to learn how to communicate with people is to learn how to listen to them first.
This is why he's my spiritual guru.
Good shit. I'd have got booted for that 6 months ago.
Yes, and I'm on the other hand telling Jack to increase, not decrease his aggression.
And we have
that's
2
a thing.
ears
that's valid.
And 1 nose.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that OTW is wearing muscle shirts because nobody told him that muscle shirts are for muscle.
OTW got a little respect for me last.
He got a new rap song out. He said nobody wanted to hear it, but
he's still got 6 days left.
No, my diss track is out, dude. And
who's it on?
It's done.
About me?
Oh, yeah. Oh yes.
It's on Flow?
About you, sir. It's fucking out. OTW.
You were whining.
Your hate fuels me.
And you cranked one out in like 12 hours. It better
yes, sir. I worked all day on it, motherfucker.
It better not be shit. I'll listen to it after this.
What's the best line?
In private chat. The link's in private chat.
All right, I'll check it out.
Jack, can I send you a link to
OTW made a diss track about me.
So a little short bit of mine. Can I send you the link? You'll play it. Look like Jack might be on.
I didn't listen to it yet, but mine is better.
Oh, this is about Flow State.
I doubt
Wait,
it.
there's another diss track about me?
No. Mine's about Kev.
Mine's about Slow State.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
OTW is about Flow State.
It is.
Hey, OTW.
Slow State.
OTW, can you put a link to your track in the back and I'll share it with my chat?
He did.
All right, man.
It's in the private chat already. It's
601?
OTW. 901. Yes, 9601. 601.
I'm gonna send you a link, Jack.
311 subscribers.
Yeah, I dropped the link for you.
312. I'm excited to listen to my diss track in a little bit. Unless Jack wants to share it now, but I know that this is about ending wars or starting wars or, things to do with wars.
Well, I can always share it, Jack, if you want. I have it backstage in a minute.
He doesn't want it. We're detracting from the message.
So, Flow
This is important. Family time.
No, this is part of that message.
Can you pipe down the partial birth abortion, please?
Negative.
That's you, Hank.
I'm the I'm moderator, so Flow State,
Jack
wars are very expensive. So are you gonna raise money for your next war? You're paying for it, right?
What, me?
Yes, our pockets.
Why is he still talking?
You get paid for the war out of pocket, correct?
Because you're
only the war I participate in. I'll squirt this Diablo sauce in your eyeballs for fucking free.
Damn, that's hard.
Yeah.
Hey,
See,
Jack,
war
I
can be
just
cheap too.
I sent you a video, Jack. It's totally on topic with everything we're talking about now. And it's only 40 seconds long if you'll play it. It's in the back chat, and I sent it to you on your text message.
Tom, did you invite me to do a co-stream with you? I can never tell if Tom's invitations or attacks.
He invited me for the month of July. I'm not sure what that meant.
It's Based History Month.
That's
Base History Month.
I got 2 months, July and February.
You lucky fuck you. You guys are gonna love this shit.
Oh God.
Joe, this is for you. I am your pussycat tonight.
Police can't break laws, pimp. Woo! Do you need to? Where's your emergency, bro? Right? That's when you can break laws. Blow me and stop threatening me, chump. You don't get no fuck. Blow me and take the threats with you, bro. Yeah. No thanks. I don't hang around. I do it every day. I do it every day. Nigga, I do it every day. I have to do it. Don't listen to this old fucking dinosaur fossil ass nigga, bro. Be nice. Right? Be nice.
Joe?
Be nice.
That's it, Jack. Thank you.
Man, you were telling Richard today from the chat to be nice.
Yes, I did.
It works. It works
good.
on me when he says be nice. Not a lot of people can do that.
Good,
Very on topic.
Be nice.
If that was on topic, my song is definitely on topic.
All right, don't lie to us, white boy.
Hey, I'm a red boy. Stop saying that.
Jack, can we watch OTW's video on here?
I have no interest in really trying to support OTW, to be honest.
Sorry, Pat, you had to go on Flow State show to play the diss track. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Respect, Jack.
Respect. I love that direction.
Yeah. No, it's about me, and I'm not even mad at that. That's a fantastic response.
It's honest, and God, I came to this. I shared this early in the stream. It's my theory. All good ideas come from God. The best ideas are hilarious. Truth is fucking hilarious.
It is.
It is. And I'm honest. OTW, after your patterns and the shit you've done, yeah, I'm showing my strength just by allowing you around.
Yeah, be nice, Pep.
I'm always nice when I come here.
So you say.
I thought you did well.
I don't think you
yesterday.
actually have me on record disrespecting you on your broadcast. I'm not.
Oh yeah, but let's not be here, and you know, let's not rely on selective memory to demonstrate your willful ignorance, believing in partial truths, showing your total confusion, which is chosen stupidity. You're not stupid.
Partial truth equaling total stupidity. I think that's the part where the formula fails.
No, partial truth is total confusion. All the best lies contain aspects of what is true.
I was kind of dumb.
I would argue with total confusion equals chosen stupidity. If you're confused, then it's not chosen. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
but if your confusion is the result of your selective memory,
that's a choice.
Then it is chosen stupidity, right? The surest path to ignorance is condemnation prior to investigation. People might think they investigate, they think they know enough, and then they jump to these conclusions, and they really look like fools. But
I'll think about that.
As an outsider who doesn't know the lore here, let me guess and say OTW has done used Jack as a lol cow in his channel.
Quite
it's
often.
Pretty obvious, right?
Yeah. More than once.
And if I'm not
so it's a bit disingenuous to kind of act like you don't know why Jack's mad and then add the words on your panel.
I didn't say I didn't know why Jack was mad.
Yeah, but it's still disingenuous to say
I didn't say you said it.
Yeah, go ahead, Dad. You're right. You got it.
I didn't say that you said that you didn't know why. You kind of inferred it.
Denizens got a bone. You better watch out, OTW.
How did I infer that?
You don't have me on. You don't have me on record. I've never done this on your panel.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thank you. And I'm not looking for punishment, but OTW.
Everybody else but you understands right now, OTW. So if you seem to sound confused, sorry, Jack. But everybody else gets where I'm inferring.
I appreciate it being pointed out because Tommy actually reminded me recently. I'd forgotten about a few things, but like he says, he pays attention and he keeps track of shit. OTW, I'm pretty sure that you were part of Paul's unsubscribe campaign against me, and really, you've gone out of your way just to talk shit.
I guarantee you, Tommy got clips on all that shit, bro.
That's why I want Tommy on my side, man. He'd be an incredible ally to face this bullshit.
Yeah, except he's impossible to get along with.
And he can't ally because he has to get a truth. As soon as you say something he don't like, he's gonna jump you as he should, and that's how it should be.
See, Tommy only sides with God and truth, so that's amazing though, because that's who Jack sides with.
Eventually, though, Jack, you have to learn how to forgive him.
I'm not sure about him.
Tell which one of us is doing.
If you want what you say you want, you know.
Tommy, can you shut the fuck up? We're having a conversation.
I'm sorry. Are you guys back to?
No. We were talking. We were having a good seed setting.
I'm sorry. Do other people exist in the world? I thought this was the Tommy universe.
And I don't have to.
Tommy Cinematic Universe.
This is one of Jack's most usable
I sit corrected.
I've ever had.
Please, all of you, in Tommy's defense, he has been.
Wait, are you politely asking the people you brought up to throw in between us to stop doing what you brought them up to do?
Jack, you piece of shit.
We're only even on this panel so that we can serve as a distraction from Tommy.
Joe,
Tommy's
notice
been in the bathroom crying.
Wait.
Intermission. Now he's back. I'm gonna spurg.
Tommy joined and obviously wanted to take it over, but please let's at least let him get a little bit out and see where he wants to land this.
Absolutely, Jack.
Please.
Oh, they're TOSing you right there. This dumb motherfucker that stands on TOS does not know TOS enough.
No, I just don't want to have to fight with you.
Listen, I am going to be the zebra-iest non-zebra you have ever
John.
seen.
What's a non-zebra?
Joe's making my face right now.
You have been threatening to TOS me for like 5 months now.
That's a lie. You said you wanted the email.
No bite.
We can timestamp when I sent it. And as a grown-ass man, I'm still giving you a chance because I'm
That's a
busy.
stretch. That's a stretch.
Shut your faggot fucking mouth.
If you tried asking nicely, I bet that you'd have more.
No. If you want to play
You
that
get more
TOS
bees with
game,
honey,
there's
you
no
cocksucker.
nice about it. Now, when I did ask you nicely, you said asking on panel is not the email you're supposed to send. Let's get it the fuck on.
Nobody's
And all
worried.
I asked, the only reason I asked if you and your girl were married is because I think you guys are stupid enough not to know that MRS means you're married. And then if you're not married and she's Mrs. Flo, you guys are white trash retards.
Hey, nobody's giving you and your boyfriend advice, Tommy. Shut the fuck up.
Hey,
Thank
your
you.
Well, I
boyfriend's
am.
wife,
Exactly.
why does Flo's wife show up?
That was rude.
It's like
Yes,
you're
it
still here.
Oh,
I
no.
fooled
Now,
you guys. I've been here the whole time.
now you're gonna trigger him, and I'm gonna get blamed for not
And you're gonna
controlling
get
you.
struck. He's going to take your whole channel. You're going to lose the mantle place, all
Clear.
because he got me on a TOS thing.
Clearly, you just threw him backstage because you can't handle the truth, Jack.
That's
And
thank you.
Do you still think he'd be a good ally?
What?
He's okay. He's like Mel from Death Note.
Why do you think he's not being polite, faggot? Do you know what I mean?
Well, he's never been
You
polite
not-
in his life.
What did you just experience? Oh, you were joking. I'm sorry.
I've seen him do like a whole normal conversation for like
yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
Wow.
me too.
It was with Joe Cool.
He's got it in him. He needs more.
The three of us had a conversation. He spurged and then came back down to earth and went back to normal conversation.
Is that what you have to do? You have to ride the roller coaster all through the.
Yes.
You have to hit
No,
the
he
peak
just spurged the
valley
one time. He was mostly chill.
and then let his what is it they call that? Manic depression. His manic
Yeah.
depression still out.
I do try that tactic, but it hasn't been working lately.
They call it bipolar now, but yes.
Lately, he cannot get it out of his system.
What in the
Yeah.
white trash trailer park, tornado trailer park did I just walk into?
And how did
Can't bet he.
how did the ginger get placed last? That's racist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. Put me at the bottom.
Just cameras.
Are we
Oh,
still
no.
in order of love?
Yes.
No.
For sure.
Hey,
On my part.
On this, I know Tommy was going into flow state, but that's just it. I gave him this. He sat
He
patiently.
can try to go into me, but I'll come into him.
Go ahead, Jack, because you're right. You sat patiently, gave him an opportunity, jagged it off just to talk about Flo's wife. Yes, if that's what you're about to
Right.
say. Yeah.
We waste his time. He wastes his own time.
Yeah. Still glad
was
you gave him
rude.
an opportunity, though, Jack.
Here, Denizen, do you want a response from Tom?
Sure.
All right.
Please,
Tommy.
Which one is him?
Praise be.
Who is who?
I'll just assume he's the dumber one of the two avatars moving.
Yeah, awareness, loss of, confirmed.
I
would
hate
just
you
let him get it out,
guys.
'cause If
He's
I
rambling.
come up and if I'm brought up to respond, that's the first.
Yeah,
clue
can you
guys
make it one-on-one, Jack?
No, we don't need it if they shut up.
Go ahead, Tommy. You got to turn your volume up, though, please.
Yeah, Tom, I turned you down, but your volume is all the way up, and you're coming across real soft right now. So I don't know what's going on with your audio. Wait, that's the wrong one. Holy shit.
Is that Flo?
That was. There you go. Tommy, how's your audio?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know why you can hear me now? Because I'm a fellow host and I don't fuck with people in that way that you did, like your daddy. Denizen.
Yes.
The reason I know how you and so many people are nefarious is because you just complained about what you got brought up here to do for him. And when I was up here saying I'm only raising my volume because I see what you guys are doing and it's pissing me off, you show all of your demonicness when you just do it as weaponized bullshit. Even Flo and Oracle's fake fucking arguing was the tag team on Jack. And when he complained for 2 hours about dealing with what he started for an hour, it's all I need for the great content they come to me for.
I mean, I don't disagree with you at all.
Sorry, go
Just,
ahead.
Now, as far as you, Flo, to show how retarded Joe Cool is, and I do hate him as much as that other guy.
Go ahead, Denizen. Excuse me, Denizen.
Yeah, but you're not my boss. You're a hypocrite to the TOS you stand on, and you're retarded.
No,
I mean, I did let you talk, though.
I stand against Tom. Go ahead, Denizen.
Oh, you guys both let me talk. Thank you, master. I'll be shutting up now.
Well, you don't let us talk, so you're our master, right?
Oh, I just showed on the first hour. I was letting Jack talk, and he played that weaponized claim that I don't do. Let's do it.
But what about me? Okay, so
are you not getting
Jack's
it back
attention? I am now. Thank you. Jack's intentions aside, I was silent. I didn't do the thing that you may correctly assume I was brought up to do. So the nefarious thing, I reject. As far as your content, I'm unfamiliar, so I make no criticism or judgment thereof.
Because if you were familiar with my content, you'd know that if you're wrong, you're gonna see it. Like, this is my magic I work. This is my magic I work. I take you saying that, and then right after that, we watch all the times earlier you did it.
You mean eventually? Because you don't shut up and you scream over everybody?
It's the same way that I can play Jack.
Because if you were going to be honest, you'd have to show just the part where you came up and I was silent and you accused me of being there to interrupt you and I hadn't spoken yet.
No, I am honest. So when Jack's daddy claims all my content is out of context, my fans know it's very much not. That I'm very
we just demonstrated how it would obviously be out of context. I think we just did that.
Oh, you said how it would be if you were correct.
That's the only way you could show me interrupting you is if you didn't.
Unless you might have the lack of awareness.
I don't remember which one of us is which one now.
Nah, I was paying attention.
So why would you want to TOS violate on Jack's channel? He's bitched at me about that.
Me?
No, Flow State.
No, you Illumitami, you TOS yourself. You false flagged yourself. And now you can't stream.
Listen, Hank, I'm trying to say this as you don't deserve the kindness that Noel gets because you're two different situations. When everybody just started to go in on you, that's equality. Because whether you realize it or not, Hank, you are using your diagnosis as a pass to be one of the biggest trolls and chaos in this community.
Affirmative. But now.
Right. And so when you confirm that and Jack still does it, it helps me. So I appreciate that.
Okay, you're welcome.
Well, I still don't like it, and you can stop emailing me, you fucking loser freak. But that's equality, is I'm not sugarcoating you just because you're a fucking spurg.
Hey, Tommy's
I'm your black friend.
What is this, and why is it disturbing as fuck?
No, now that I got Flo and Joe, I didn't realize that I brain farted the rhyme, guys.
Can't hear you.
I never claimed to be a freestyler.
No, he's just gonna talk the entire time. I was gonna say.
Oh, lean into it, Flo.
Your volume's too low, Joe.
I'm not leaning into anything. But while Tom was blustering and blowing in the wind,
He likes to blow.
I've been not much. I've been doing a Talcott and copywriting all the Illumitami imagery. So, Tom, if you don't want to have your channel struck, I suggest you remove my imagery from your motherfucking channel.
Look at that.
Ignore him. Sail to high seas, screw him.
This is what it takes to plant a couple good seeds at times.
Tommy should not have asked for that hearing. He should have just let it be the chaotic spurg it was, because he just got severely owned.
Right, and think about it though. If it weren't for Jack, this wouldn't have happened.
Tommy,
and I mean that sincerely.
Ignore flow state, fair use. You just keep using it.
Tommy, you're a false prophet.
I mean, flow state came here to petition for wars he won't pay for. So just ignore him. Don't worry about it.
Hey, crawl back in that collar.
That is true.
Look at Tommy coping down there. No, this is fine. This is fine.
This is all fine.
It's going to be okay, Tommy. You're right. It will. As soon as you let go and release.
As soon as you remove all the copywritten imagery from your channel, things will be fine, Tom.
Out of love.
If you knew terms of service, you'd know you didn't copyright my stuff.
Don't want to hear it.
That's how I'm going to get
actually
your
the opposite,
boyfriend.
if you were listening.
I'm a fucking artist, dipshit.
Not much of one.
So when's
you don't even own your own art.
Painting, Hunter Biden.
I'm going to stop responding to irrelevant
I would
promoted bullshit because
That's good.
I came up here
That's a step
saying
in
at
the
the
right
beginning,
direction,
I
Tommy.
came
That's
up here
true. That's
saying,
good
Jack,
advice.
I really don't like you, but I care about you, and you're still resisting and fucking.
Who else
with
do
me.
you care about,
and
Tommy?
YouTube,
Who else? Who else?
Hey, Flo. Flo.
You care about Flo?
Just go with the flow,
What
Jack.
number strike
Yeah.
are you on, Flo?
This
He
is
loves
good.
Flo.
This
He
is
loves
good.
Flo, he loves Paul. He loves me.
Yeah.
I have 0 strikes.
Tommy gets confused.
I don't believe that for an instant.
Well,
You
okay,
think
you
a
don't
nerd
have
like
to
you
believe
would
it, but
go
I
this
have
long
0
without
strikes.
streaming?
Does he just
Why are
play
you
the heel?
posting
Is that
from
what
your
this
two
is?
other Denizen, are you talking when I was already talking?
Tommy,
It feels
Yes,
like you don't do
absolutely.
that.
This is
Tommy.
impossible
Feels like you
to
don't
talk
do that.
if you don't talk at the same time as Tommy. No one said I didn't do it.
You just
Tommy,
said you don't
if you're
do
not
it.
on board with
No,
the
I did
mission,
not.
Tommy, you need to redirect yourself.
Jack, can we reconsider starting more wars now?
You
Still
could
not there
never
yet?
end
All right,
them.
I'll check back again in a little
I
bit.
mean, no Christian
Yeah, but you
would
could
ever
never
think
start
they
them,
can
Tommy.
end war.
Right. But a
Sorry,
follower of Christ would.
No, a Christian is a follower of Christ,
That's
and we
not
know
accurate.
there will always be war. Do you know why Toilet
not
Bowl Earth
accurate.
calls himself Toilet Bowl Earth?
Because he's Gnostic.
He's another confused man, just like yourself, Tom.
You need
Hey,
to listen, Tommy.
hey,
you have
can
two
I
fucking ears.
quote? Can
Two
I
ears.
modify a line from the popular movie Smoking Aces?
Nothing to do with lines. Do not let
It's
this
out of your
man anywhere
power.
near any more lines. He needs far less lines.
Now,
It's out of
now
your
to
power.
all the
Less
people that
lines for
love
Tommy.
and appreciate
Yeah, smoke
what I do,
some weed,
can
man.
you
You
see
need to
how
come
much
down a little.
these guys hate any kind of truth or content, and me being the one that can bring both?
You're
Truth is
gaslighting.
just a feeling. Truth is just a feeling, Tommy.
Can I
Yeah,
argue
and you're autistic because
Wild Heart,
I
you're just
beat
gonna have
you on
to
that
shoot
long
it out
ago.
there, buddy, when
Oh
Tommy's on
wait,
the
Hank,
panel.
you didn't see my chat earlier, didn't you see that? And with Jack's acknowledgement of free will, he becomes an
Come on, Wild Heart,
enemy
you
of
can do
Hank.
it, buddy. Go for it.
Tommy,
Freedom
shush.
isn't free, Tommy.
Tommy, shush. Can I argue with your point that no Christian would ever start a war or be pro-war? Do you know how many religious wars there's been? The 30-year war, the 100-year war.
Wait, Wildheart, I understand if you didn't understand my statement because you've been on that Chiquito all morning as the plate planet side.
What's Chiquito?
Now you can debate me of what I just said, but I need you to reiterate what you think I said.
Tommy,
I think you said
more
no.
importantly, here,
No,
more
don't let Jack
importantly,
interrupt. I need to hear what you said I said,
Tommy-
and I'll correct you respectfully. I'll respectfully
Tommy
tell
loves
you what I
lizard
said.
tree. Tommy loves lizard tree. It's been reported and verified, and so it's a fact.
Yeah, that you've lied, that she trolls and you've lied, and it's sad that she spent $20 to enable a godless, hellbound piece of shit like you.
How about
But I'm still
30?
trying, Jack.
How
I'll try
about
and help
30?
you.
How about 30? Because she wants to be on the record that Tommy is the bomb. It must
Right,
be
but
true.
Melanie is fucking up because I had to refund a lot of money she gave me over
But Tommy loves
Camacho.
lizard tree.
Yeah,
Despite
okay,
all that,
interrupt
Tommy
me.
loves
Interrupt
lizard
me, because you cite Camacho's name to fake like you love me, and you don't want me in Spokane, and Margot will very much take me there.
Tommy, somebody loves you. I don't know who it is, but
yeah,
somebody
God
does.
loves me. That's
Probably.
why I
Wait.
tirelessly battle you guys.
Tommy and Margot
to try
got a
to
thing
help
going
Jack.
I will be buying cat food. Actually, I'm
Wait.
thinking of shutting the stream down. And
Wild
going to
Heart, I really want to
Is this a
hear
love
how
story
you're
here?
mistaken so you can be correct.
Tommy, for your own sake,
Is there a love story here that I'm not aware of?
Don't
Do
go
you
Margot.
guys see how when I'm not here, they all tried to Dr. Phil, and now that he brought me back, their demonic sides are revealed again?
Tommy, you dirty dog, you. He's shagging Margot?
Dirty Dog's one of mine, bro.
Coming back, I think what you said was no Christian would ever advocate or start a war.
No Christian would ever be delusional to think wars can end, is what I said.
Except,
I don't think he said that.
well, that's not true.
I'm saying, no matter what you think I said, let me say it perfectly. Let me think of the wording that you can't.
No reason to repeat. We heard what you
If
said.
you
We
are a
understood your
true Christian
disagreement.
Bible believer, you would
According to
never think wars can end. There.
According to you, and you're
No,
not.
according to the prophecy of the one true God, wars and rumors.
And then what of Jesus's return? You think the wars are going to continue after that?
I was going to say, the wars and rumors of wars is just up until Jesus returns. Presumably, after Jesus returns, there will be no wars. There will be.
What happened to Tommy?
I put him in the back because
It's impossible to have a conversation while he's up here?
yes.
Yeah, he was wasting too many turns, not getting to the point again. We already did this earlier today.
Plus, when the sun expands and takes up the earth, presumably there will be no wars then. Anyway,
What's it say with the copyrights?
More breaking news. Illumitomi, copyright. Loves flow state, copyright. I love it. Thank you.
Well,
And it must
Flow
be-
State does have the knowledge of TOS to think that using the copyright makes it copyrighted.
I told you, just to sell the high seas. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
I thought he said he paid for the copyright.
I think that was a
No, he
joke.
lied.
Yeah.
Tommy, however will you replace your channel that nobody
have the money
watches?
to waste on it.
I just wasted $10 for him to read that.
And a copyright is not $10. And it's a longer process than you think. I know the guy that was copywriting mixing jerky with fruit roll-up. I know it's not really relevant, but if you tried his samples, you'd be like, "God damn, I never realized."
But that's a patent thing, not a copyright thing.
Yeah. How did that end up? What
Well,
was it?
they're both a legal processes, autistic chaos man.
Okay, I'm glad to do a stream re-educating you. I gotcha. I'll write down.
Well, I won't watch it. You could educate me right now if you could discern how to socially be civil.
We've been trying.
Okay, I can. Yes. Patents, copyright, trademark, three different things.
Everyone here has planted seeds in you, Tommy.
Sorry, Tommy.
That's another one. That's another one that I had to check if I was visible, because even I know when I drop chat magic and Flow State. Did you catch it? Whenever I said if I had a nickel for every time Flow has requested to be the bottom.
What's
you
cat magic?
interrupted me because you hate content and you hate being invited to content and you call it cross promotion as you cross promotion for OTW.
I feel like Tom invited me to something while I was out on vacation that I missed.
You don't have to feel it. I'll show it. You and Joe Cool made my new intro.
No, but Tommy, can you teach me how to be socially civil, you faggot?
I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, you could teach. There's one thing me and Wildheart could teach everybody is how to make them all on the edge of their seat with if both of us are dead for weeks.
Huh?
You did it by
That's a good
accident.
point.
I did it because I work panel magic. You did it by accident, and I respect that.
What's
This
flannel
is
magic?
panel magic.
Oh, panel.
Panel magic. If you'd pull the dick
I thought
out
you
of your
said
ears,
flannel.
you'd be like, no.
I thought it was ear cancer.
No,
Like now.
Don't let me accuse you. I know Jack might be turning me back down.
No, don't worry. Nobody's listening to you.
Oh, you can't. You missed it. That's why you're fake, because you don't respect that I did your game when I said if I had a nickel for every time Flo wanted to be on the bottom. And I know you know that game with Flo.
You said that you're lame? What?
That's what I heard.
Lame.
I don't get it.
Like, that's a projection.
Who has some
Jack,
Adderall?
I don't know
need to
why
catch
you
up to
guys
this
want
guy.
to stack so much work on my inbox, but this has been an entire panel of usable stuff. I really don't like any of you. I love you, Margot. Melanie, you're pushing it. Our poll the next time you show
That's
up,
hot.
you're muted
Margot's
forever. Jessica Jane, if you're not triggered that I saw another Jessica in the chat, you must be rocking both
What
accounts.
about the dude you've been stealing copyright from?
And don't worry, Jessica Jane. I know you tried to delete it, but even I forget how much I CMA.
You're a good speller.
I'm in your ass. What are you saying?
It's not spelling. It's not an anagram. What is? I always forget.
Acronym. Tom.
Acronym. Thanks.
You're
That's
a
the
good
only
talker
value
too,
you
Tommy.
consistently bring me.
You're a good
It's an
talker and speller.
acronym. Everyone knows I cover my ass, and even I surprise myself with it. I definitely. All right, I'm not the one.
The problem is when you uncover it.
Hey, Jessica Jane, thank you again. I agree. Tom appears to love Tuesday Talcott time. Thank you.
Happy Talcott Tuesday. I didn't even realize.
How long was I muted?
Long
0
enough. For
seconds.
me to
Not
sleep.
long enough, actually.
Not long enough, I agree.
Not long enough.
Oh, well, how long was I in the backstage?
Not long enough.
You know what? You know how you answer how long I was in the backstage? You say, well, how long's a piece of string?
He did get the cash apps coming in, didn't he?
That's Jack, not Jack.
That's what I was saying. Thank you, Denison. I almost forgot. The cash apps that have rolled, or those aren't cash apps. It's super chats.
Super
that
chats,
have
yes.
rolled. The super chats that have rolled in to defy me do not compare to I was CBO's first $100 super chat because haters gonna hate.
What?
I don't care.
Did I
I'm not
say it
familiar with
slow
the
enough,
lore.
Or were you
How
stuck
long
in
ago
all
was that?
Wait, which one is Tommy?
I don't know.
This
I'm the one that's going to record his channel for non-video.
He's getting a group hug from all of us right now, which is what he needs more than anything.
Jane,
I'm convinced.
Jessica Jane, the answer is too goddamn long.
And you know he would resist it at first. You know, we'd have to hold on tight.
Okay, but just remember this.
The struggle always makes it better.
Tom, please. Oh, good. He left. Thank you. Just going to ask him to leave some last words. I do feel like it's time to wrap up. I'm going to go hit this grocery store and take care of some errands later.
We did well today,
It's like,
Jack.
I got my money.
That was a dope stream, Jack.
We did good.
Actually,
You got pretty pissed off a couple times, man.
I know.
Flo didn't
I
even
can't
fuck
believe
it up
we
that
made
bad.
this far. See what happens when you.
That was some real raw shit, Jack.
It's coming together.
One final thought, and then I'll bounce out. I don't think that your anti-money message is helping your channel's money situation. Thanks for having me up.
No disagreement. Thank you.
It's an unfortunate, yeah.
Well,
side effect of telling the truth about money. You know, you kind of get yourself in a situation.
I have to leave as well, but Denizen, it's been great. Jack, I'm glad that we could not only hold up the frame, but maintain. We really made a difference today. And Hank, good to see you, and we'll see you later, Ginger.
Hey, respect to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Jack. Cheers, everyone. Good to see everyone. Everyone in touch.
Respect.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. Denizen, Hank?
I guess I'll go first. Jack, remember, you don't have to be the good guy. You could be the angry old guy that hates wars, that you get attacked all the time. As long as you're having fun with it, as long as you're making progress, as long as you're getting your message out, it doesn't make a difference.
Thank you.
You can roll with this and still get your goals accomplished.
Hey, respect. I appreciate that. I trust it's coming together. And thank you, Hank. You're right. There's a time and a place for the strength and the gruffness, but I'm really trying to move past it. I really am. So anyway, thank you, brother. Denizen, thank you again as well.
Hank has a point. I'm embracing my inner dictator. That's not Jack, though. You're onto something else. Well, what did we learn today, Jack? Anything?
I learned I failed again. I failed to achieve peace with people who have found disagreements with me. There were a number of people who brought their disagreements. Some I had to push away. Some we entertained. But there's always tomorrow. And I don't feel like a failure. I had fun today. I did have fun. I'm learning how to just let go, let God, and truly trust in the process. So, how about yourself, brother?
I was trying to think about that, while I was listening to you. I don't know if I can articulate it.
Do me a favor. Well, tell you what, give us some thought, reflect, enjoy. I'm going to do some final words and wrap this up. Thank you.
Peace.
All right. Brothers and sisters, sincerely, the idea, and genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, sincerely, thank you to all of you, those who joined the panel, even with your disagreements, even with your doubts, those who joined the panel, those who joined the chat, all the generosity that was shared today. Sincerely, I'm humbled. I'm truly grateful and humble for all of the contributions, all of the participation, and all of the true support. I'm going to swing it back to the thumbnail, man. I mean, yeah, we're playing around with some images here and, planting some seeds, some ideas of thought. Playing on the idea, Mr. Talcott officially accepts presidential nomination of Peace and Love Party. Tell you what, I don't even know if there is a Peace and Love Party, and I sure don't want to jump through the hoops or try to find a way to navigate through the expenses of registering as a political candidate, and there's other people already doing that. But our world is ready for new ideas and higher standards of living. Those are achieved through each of us. New ideas are found through each of us. Higher standards of living are found through each of us. And when each of us find our own part to play in this world greater than what we were in the past, I'm confident we will find a way. We will find a way to unite, to overcome the corruption, the disagreements, and the unnecessary patterns. To show my respect and my appreciation, Tommy, I didn't mean to cut you off, so if you want some words, you've got some time. Are you there? You're not muted on my end, but I'm not hearing you if you're speaking. I'm going to assume technical issues. Okay, and with love, no disrespect. Thank you, Tommy. Brothers and sisters, I truly believe if you find within yourself the humility, the willingness to accept God's role in your life, it's possible. You can. The divine faith, the divine praise, there's people that are experiencing, and throughout history, there's been healing miracles through faith, through what Jesus taught, through the words in the scripture. It's all about love of God. I shared at the beginning of the stream. The way my day started today was so divine, so perfect, awakening, free, joyful, grateful, at peace, a child of God here in God's kingdom. I don't claim to know what to do, especially for anyone else, but I do know that love is the answer. Peace is the way. I am a pusher. I'm pushing peace. I'm pushing love. I'm offering you to try it, to enjoy it, and to share that shit with others. Peace and joy is the way. And if we take life seriously, we won't overlook those treasures. We'll appreciate them and share them. Let me roll with this. Tom? Was
Can
there
you hear
audio?
me?
Yes, now I hear you.
Yeah.
Thank
Do you know what you fucking did? Did you bring flow state up?
You're the only one here.
Well, why can you hear me now?
God allowed
It's
it.
kind of an example of how he's a TOS violation. But the way you haven't respected me is I said, Jack, I'm in the backstage for your little offline bullshit.
Oh, I didn't catch
You
that.
spent your whole stream disrespecting me after I came up here and said, Jack, you need help, you're asking for help, and you brought every demonic entity that wants to impede that, and then you act like you had a great time. You deserve the life you're in, but to modify the line, no one would let me do. Oh, Jack, don't make this face and this voice the thing you hear for eternity in hell, because it will be if you don't get right. The people in hell have the pain of having to remember every reason they're there. Well, you sat here and backstaged me for trying to get you straight on scripture, and it triggered you because you got a demon on your shoulder. Yeah, you hate the word.
That contradicts what I say and know.
No, what you say and do contradicts, and what you say and say contradicts. How can you stand on what you say and know when this stream we showed your ass backwards? Because you'll say, oh, Tommy reminded me, OTW is a piece of shit. Flow State's a piece of shit. That's a CBO move, where you credit me when it benefits you and deny I do the thing when it comes for you.
I give you credit in many different ways.
And it matters not, for you are a hypocritical liar. You're
Okay.
a son of your daddy.
All right. It sounds like you want to punish me.
No,
So,
it sounds like you're once again doing what you do.
well, I think
Do you want me to show you?
I think you're behaving like your daddy, Tommy.
Oh,
You're
you're
behaving like your
referencing
daddy, Paul.
that guy has acknowledged what I told him he is, and you're still using it as a thing to stand on.
Okay, Tom, I love you. Can we wrap
No,
up?
you don't. And I don't love how you've done Noel. I don't love what you're doing to Hank. I really don't like how you do me because I gave you this room.
I know you don't like, and I love, brother. Peace. Peace, Tommy. Peace is found in the absence of conflicts, the absence of disagreements, and the absence of conflicts and disagreements are found through the willingness to accept. Accept me for who I am. I've made mistakes. So have you. Let's get off our high horse. Let's stop trying to punish each other. And brothers and sisters, let's bring forth some new ideas. Let's create a new way for the future. I'm inspired with ideas, and part of my notes today, we can gossip about the news, we can talk about news, we can imagine news and share the news with each other. Let's become a part of creating the news, the good news. The good news is peace has been declared, reforms are happening, the debts are being forgiven, the workers are going to have a better say in the jobs they perform. This whole world can transform in an instant. I think the key is to bring God into our lives. And I'm grateful by the grace of God that God allowed me to start learning, to find my way to this path. And I'm just like you. I'm just like everyone else. We're all alive trying to figure out this world and who we are together. My experience has allowed me to learn from a lot of people that I think other people should be learning about. Peace. Let's change this world. Let's take our role, if you can, and especially if you identify yourself as a Christian or a good person. A good person, that's the perfect example to follow, right? We can forgive, we can have mercy, we can have compassion, we can unite and overcome, we can lead the darkness into the light. We can lead others from the patterns of self-destruction, just like we used to do and just like Jesus did. That was the whole teaching, the whole message. The gift from God is, yes, there are consequences for you being foolish, for you being stupid, for you breaking the rules of love. There's consequences to those things, but here's the example. Here's the way to live. Live with love. Love of God. Brothers and sisters, if you love anything besides God in your life, reevaluate your choice, because anything else you love comes from something else. Think about where your love comes from. Think about where your ideas come from. Think about what you want. Brothers and sisters, I love thinking about love, and I love thinking about changing this world, and I'm grateful for all of you who joined in again. And maybe in the future, we will find ways to get these ideas all around the world. Peace for everyone. Thank you again, sincerely. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Let's see if we return again tomorrow. Thank you again, and God bless us all.